All right.
Do you want us all to message them once?
I've messaged him
Oh no,
like
no,
twice
face
already.
fire.
Like, if you guys want to, you guys could message him in case he responds to you guys. But I've messaged him twice, and it's sort of like an ongoing joke by this point that he's slightly late most of the time. So,
Good.
yeah. All
Trying to
right. So
find that
we're.
schmuck. Oh,
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Welcome.
Uh,
Ignore what you
hello.
just got sent.
Oh,
they heard the shit talking.
Yep.
Yeah,
for
it's an
real?
ongoing joke that you're always late to the session.
Man, I'm sorry. I forgot to have the fucking notification set up.
You always forget.
Dude, you're lucky that I wasn't out at the art store because I was just gonna go.
Brother, I sent you like a message. I was hoping you would respond saying you would be in a little bit so I can at least know. But like,
My
I saw that you were
bad.
online. I saw you were online, so I was like,
uh,
he's not offline. He's just not paying attention. So you're good.
My
All right.
bad.
No,
I was
you're good.
vibing, man. I was vibing and drawing. I do not pay attention when I'm doing that, my bad.
No,
Now
you're
you can
good. You're
vibe with
good.
us.
and now you do.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right. So where we last left off, you guys were all going to the courtyard, basically,
hmm
and I believe it was Ruggy, Alexi, and Beermon that were dealing with the the
The
mob
body.
mobsters, not the body, the
uh,
mobsters, because I don't
mhm.
think y'all started the fight yet.
Nope, we haven't.
From what
Yeah.
I
So
remember, it was a sleep spell, and then
hmm
everything went black.
Yes, Ruggy was distracting the person in question with wine, and I
Oh,
went
bro,
behind them and went sleep.
yeah, like you guys took them outside. You knocked them out. While the other group was outside looking for a flower with the noble girl where we last left off. So we're gonna start with the noble girl, and then we'll come back to you guys since you had put them asleep while you guys were
hmm
coming out.
hmm
Hmm.
So come on, come on, come on. You hear from the noble girl. I forget if I gave her a name or not. Did I?
Hey, listen.
Uh, if you did, I didn't put it in my notes. Everly, any luck there?
What am I looking for?
The name of the
Noble
noble
girl's
girl.
name.
I forget if I gave you it, but I believe I gave you their like house name. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. It's been a bit.
I know you gave us the house name. I forgot the house name.
House of Raw. No, I'm joking.
No, it
House
was
name
something with seasons.
Lower
I
right?
believe it was autumn. The house name was Autumn.
Yes,
All right, did I give
it
you
was
the girl's
autumn.
name?
Uh, I I don't remember it off the top of my head,
If we
unfortunately.
don't know her name, then the default option would just be call her Lady and her
The
last
lady.
name, because that's usually the name noble equivalent for it.
Yeah, yeah. So, Miss Autumn is just sort of leading you guys into like this beautiful labyrinth of like rose bushes, and each rose bush is like a different ascending color, like with different hues. And as you're going down, you see like this gazebo. Like it's really big. It's like 40 foot in like diameter if you're
Mm.
looking at a circle. So it's like a circle foot of 40 feet of diameter. It's really big. And in the center it's like um a lily pad, a flower, but this lily pad flower looks more like a rose and it's huge. It's like 30 feet across, and each petal is like, I want to say 10 foot each. This thing is huge and it's glowing in this beautiful iridescent, almost hollow like film over it. Have you guys ever seen like um, those holographic like cards or whatever and it has like that
hmm
weird shimmer to it? It's that. It's
Yeah.
covered all over this like lily pad rose looking like view
Mm.
and it's just glowing beautifully. And she's like,
I
look
see.
how pretty it is. This only happens once every few years. and you just sort of see her pull out like what looks to be this weird um rectangle thing, and you could see that it's like snapping a picture or whatever it looks like, as if it's like taking
Did you
this.
just bring up the Zelda tablet?
This
She
is
could
not a
snap.
Zelda. I don't know what the Zelda tablet is. I've never played any of the Zelda games, so maybe.
I like that Alexi knew what I meant. Like, Jordan understands the reference I was making.
I've never played the game.
I haven't either, but I still recognize the damn thing because I saw a lot of bad jokes with it.
I've never seen anything, but it has a screen like on it. Huh? It's not that. It looks more like a phone, sort of
It
rectangle, almost
honestly
like a.
functions like a phone tablet hybrid.
Yeah.
No, it's more like a disposable camera. Have you guys ever seen a disposable camera?
I grew up
How
with that.
young do you think we
Or
are?
most of us did.
Well, I know most people's parents didn't have enough to like buy one, so I wanted to make sure that other people have seen one.
I
That's
thought
all
that
I'm
was.
Things were
saying.
cheap.
Have you
I
been in
thought
New
the whole.
York?
Are you buying them only from like the tourist
Like,
traps?
like my parents would have like these like specific ones that like would develop in like black and white because they thought it would be funny, and that's the only ones that I've ever seen at home, and they had like a price tag of like I want to say 30 something
Thor.
dollars, and I was just like, why would you have those?
Thor.
I don't know why they got it. They were doing it for the shits and giggles. Leave me alone. That's all I know.
No, I'm
Okay?
heavily judging your parents right now.
You should judge my mom. She's very into like these sorts of things. And they got it
I'm
Oh.
judging the
developed
father
and
for not trying to
everything.
stop your mother in this situation for this.
My dad just wants her to be happy. She never got those sort of things growing up. They're immigrants, you know. Anyway,
Mm,
besides my parents, leave this alone.
no, no joking.
um, you sort of see like this camera-like thing, but it looks more rectangular and it fits between both her hands. And you see that it takes a clear picture of everything. And after she takes the picture, she pulls out a vial and grabs the water. And you notice when she has the water inside the vial, you notice two little like moon seeds is what's the name on the vial. And you sort of see her look at them and she's like, I'm going to plant them at home so that way I don't have to come here again. This is great. And then maybe I can experiment. And then you just sort of hear her muttering to herself as she like pulls out a small notebook and just starts writing down information. It's give me perception checks, Shara and 13.
Hmm. Hmm.
Passive or active?
Active?
I feel like
22.
perception should be
Wait,
active
sorry,
unless
forgot to
otherwise
check things.
stated.
Huh?
I feel like perception checks should be active unless otherwise stated. Sorry.
Just double checking. It's Thor.
Um,
Yeah.
you guys notice your other group of friends slowly like because this gazebo is open and there's like low hedges. So you notice that your friends who are coming here, coming there. Hold on.
Hmm. Hide the body.
You guys, sorry, my mom's talking to me, so I had to stop for a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys notice that your friends are coming, like we're near an area talking to somebody, and then you see Virmon cast sleep, and if I'm not mistaken, both Ruggy and Zipper both collapse because they were in the range of sleep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you
Damn it,
notice
Ruggy,
those
that's the
two.
second time you passed out. Shooting this
They're not
party.
near you. You guys are like,
Dude,
I
I was
want to
passed out for like
say
6 months. What are you
100,
talking about?
right?
Wait,
You
when's the
guys are
last
like a
time
hundred
when you
feet
got
away.
drugged?
They haven't, they haven't noticed you, but you can just see that one of them goes to sleep, and you just sort of see, you just sort of see that this happen. Also, if you guys are looking at what the Miss Autumn is writing in her book, it seems to be a scientific book on like some agriculture and like some developments for ideas she has for the entire kingdom that doesn't seem to have been approved just yet.
Hey,
I don't know
Are
what
they
to say
okay?
about the sister. Is their kneecap okay? I forgot. Last time we discussed this, their kneecap dislocated itself. Are they okay now?
They've been fine. They popped it back into place that same day.
Okay, cool.
They're
Anyway,
fine. This is
What's your
actually a
therapist
very
Autumn?
normal occurrence.
Ah,
I
It
hate
is
that it's a
normal
normal
for her to
occurrence.
pop her body parts out of place.
so she's
She's
used to
not
popping and
human by
locking.
that she's not that she's not human by that point, I gotta say.
I have Tourette's. It's fine.
Thor,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what you got there, Miss Autumn?
Uh this is a book for like developing certain areas, making it look uh better, especially like the lower districts. I went down when I was a kid because I had gotten lost severely, and I was pissed off with my fellow noblemen. So I was like, well, I gotta fix it. I'll be a villain if I have to, but this gotta get done. And there's a lot of different plants here that thrive without needing sunlight. Like, take this for example. This is a absolute definition of a moonflower. If I can figure out how these can grow down in the root systems, sort of like glowberries, and then they continue going on and on about like their scientific things to like develop the lower districts so that way there's light, there's different like opportunities to grow things and make different fruits that could be a commodity for the noble people to buy, and like middle class districts also shipping goods. They just go completely off after you just point out their book. They're just so excited to talk about it. Nobody wanted to listen to them for a
Mm,
while.
mm,
Her dad's is like the only one that's listened to her, but and her brother, but they haven't been able to implement it because some nobles in this kingdom suck, if not all of them. So you notice that we're gonna go back to the group that cast sleep
you
on
mean
the
me?
comrade
Okay.
and the
uh, uh,
enemy.
uh, uh.
This person is asleep. They
oh
have wine
shoot.
all over them. So does Ruggy, but Ruggy's wine sort of looks like prestidigitation all over them.
Hmm.
So
Wait,
there's that.
how does the
So
target
was
look
this?
when they're knocked out right now?
Like you use sleep and they just fell asleep. Like they just sort of slumped down in a position,
Mm,
dropping their wine.
So were we
okay.
supposed to take this person out or take him out?
I don't know. I imagine you're like slowly pulling out your fucking sword.
I am. I'm like
God
slowly
damn it,
rubbing my hands
Alexei.
together.
um,
You have your comrade on top of them as well, just soaking them, and along with the wine, soaking in to your comrade. So they're just both asleep there.
can I move Ruggy just so? Wait, is there like a bench nearby?
Let's just
Give me
take
a
him
perception
out
check.
of this area and out from the party.
Yeah.
They all got removed.
Fuck it. Where are we gonna go? Mm,
Perception check.
Eh,
I asked.
Okay, cool.
all of us, or just me and Alexi?
I'm
Well, the
assuming
ones who
the
are awake.
sleepwalkers died.
Mm,
Yeah,
I
one
don't
of your
fucking know. I'm
comrades
just
to
asking,
sleep.
bro.
That is a 27 because I rolled a nat 20.
All right.
The
You can
hell?
see you can see Everly and Kane in the far corner where this beautiful flower is. But you also see a path that it seems certain guards would take to get down and outside, but it's also like seems to have been used fairly recently. So there's that.
Hmm.
Um,
What did you
you
get,
have
Isaiah?
illusions, right? Oh,
Sorry.
Mm, I have invisibility.
Isaiah, what did you get on your perception check, by the way? I just want to know.
19.
19, yeah, you noticed the friends, but you noticed the pathway. So, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, continue.
how much does that invisibility cover? Is it
Just
just
yet.
you?
Finish your rule.
He touches. Wow. I'm having a stroke. Basically, it touches essentially me and whatever's connecting to me and the person in question.
Can you
Mainly,
guys
yeah.
Uh,
hold each
Why?
other's hands and then just disappear? That would be so funny.
uh,
The
I
power
mean,
of
I
uh,
was gonna
friendship.
do that with the fucking
uh,
bodies.
yeah,
But
I was
let me think.
thinking like I wake up Ruggy, and then you just backpack the knocked out person out of here.
Are you hitting
Backpack the
Ruggy
person.
awake, or are you just
Yeah,
going to
throw him on
like
your back. What, Thor?
are you gonna hit Ruggy awake, or are you just like going to like
Yes,
shove him? Shove him.
do it.
Oh,
Oh, he
you
wants to get
want
hit.
me to strike you,
Do it.
Rugby?
Do it.
Okay.
Can you give me a
Do it.
roll,
It'll be
please,
funny.
on how hard you hit Seven, please?
D20,
Two
Yes,
psychic
please.
damage.
Thor.
I think this would more be a blunt
Yeah.
damage.
What
Yeah,
do I
but wouldn't
roll?
you also take psychic damage
Roll
if
a
you were hit by somebody you
d20
trusted?
and whatever
No.
add your bludgeoning
Oh,
damage because I don't think you're gonna hit them with the actual tip
How
of the
would
sword.
I
I think you're just gonna punch
how would
them.
I roll my bludgeoning damage, Thor?
Isn't there
I'm
like
scared.
a
D4.
um?
Okay, I'll roll a d4, I guess.
Because if I'm not
This hit
mistaken,
will
an
range from
unarmed
a
strike is also one of the whatever. Yeah.
it will range from a
That's a
bonk to a straight fucking smack.
I
Hmm.
Huh?
got a 20. Sorry, I got a 16 on my d20 and a 4 on my d4.
Ooh, this is the wrong sheet. Where is it?
I
There it
believe that
is.
hits. Uh, Ruggy wakes up. He's just like, and he takes the amount
Ow!
of how much was the bludgeoning damage again?
Or
You get 4 points of bludgeoning damage. You get like this little mark near the side of your temple of like,
Oh
fuck.
man, what the fuck?
hey, I wasn't the one that was caught in a sleep spell. Come on, let's go.
I convinced them to come out here
You
for
did, and
drugs.
you did very good. However, the that section of the plan is over.
Oh, okay.
And I'll
Where's
have you
that?
know, and I'll have you know that drug plan very half baked. But we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. Um, Isaiah, give me a strength check since I believe you're the one who's going to carry this individual.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to. So,
Are y'all gonna
I am.
tie
He's
this
the most
person up?
physically weak of y'all to carry him.
raw doggy this shit.
I mean, are you sure that he's the most physically weak?
You're a fighter, so I
Well,
think
A
you
he's
still
taller
have
than
dirty
you have a higher
20.
I
strength than
I'm a
Seven
him.
is always
dexterity
wet.
fighter, good sir.
I
I
got a
know, but I still feel like you have a higher strength than him.
I got a dirty 20. That shit was a 19 plus one.
Nice.
You pick them up in this like military style, like over the both shoulders grab. You have one arm and one leg like tightly secured, and they're just leaning against your head. They're also wearing like these dress pants sort of situation, so it's
Hmm.
fairly easy to grab them, but it's very like itchy if you're not wearing like long sleeves. You could just feel all those like bedazzled stuff. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Well, I'm just gonna cast invis on them. So
All right, y'all are invisible. I
Woo.
guess Seven and Alexi, give me perception checks to see if you notice where Isaiah would be walking, since you can't see the motherfucker.
Perception, you said?
Yes, please.
Woo.
Ooh.
You fail me, I'm gonna swap you out.
Dirty 20.
Damn, that's
All right,
crazy.
you notice where Isaiah's feet, like where his feet would be standing, like
Damn
the
hell.
divots in the grass and in the ground where he's walking. And as he starts to move, you can see the footprints as he's walking through.
26.
You also notice Isaiah's footprints. As you guys are walking uh, out through this path, do you guys call out to your other friends or go over to them, or y'all just gonna get out?
We should
I'm
just get out.
nah,
I
I would
agree.
have wanted you two just to get over there, and I just
Oh,
follow behind. Just where did he go? Hmm.
All right, so we're
But
just gonna
nah.
move back to
Yeah.
them and the noble lady. Uh, and Miss Autumn finishes their rant after you all hear this like bell toll, and she's like, "Oh, we have to get going. They're about to do some form of presentation. We don't want to miss it."
Of course not. Let us go then. Come on,
Mhm.
Everly.
Can you both give me perception checks as well while you guys are walking with this noble lady trying to get back?
Mhm. Do they hear my footsteps? No. Class is gonna suck balls tomorrow. Whatever.
You said a perception check?
Yes, my dear.
18.
18.
A dirty 20.
Nice. You guys do
Where
notice
are we
that
getting higher
Alexi,
rolls?
right? Y'all are rolling great tonight. You guys notice that Alexi and Ruggy have seen Isaiah just basically disappear, Veermont disappear, and that they're going away. As you guys are walking inside, trying to get inside, you notice that there's like a barrier that comes between both you guys and the outside door as you guys are coming in after leading through the maze, and you notice that everything inside of this ballroom slowly starts to turn dark, and you hear Miss Amber go, "What? What's going on?" As the lights slowly start to dim and dim and dim more, and even around the king and queen's area, it's starting to dim. As we move back
Darker,
to the
darker,
group
get darker.
outside, who's taking this vesper outside of the gated area of the gardens to try to get outside of the castle area to interrogate this person. How far are you guys trying to get outside of the entire castle, or are you guys just trying to get out to like a certain area?
do I remember any family hiding spots up in the first area that I could take us to? Or close by?
Give me a history check to see if you remember any areas.
Oof.
Oh
Give me
no.
a sec.
Oh no, hermano.
That's a 9.
Oh no, hermano.
You remember
Oh,
nothing.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
You
Unfortunate.
led them
Okay, guess who's getting interrogated in a back alley?
you led them out of the castle areas, and you start to head through like back alleys in like certain noble areas. Um
Mhm.
like since they're sparsely between each other despite being near each other in an odd sense, you start like weaving your way between certain garden areas and like densely covered trees. You find like this big. Hold on. Can you guys give me a perception check to check what you guys see outside of these
Okay.
like alleys? All of you.
Womp womp. Rolling the womp. Let me womp.
Did you get a one?
No, I'm just saying, let me womp because I'm trying to get a one.
22.
Okay.
I got a 21. That was 20
Okay.
off.
Hold on, I'm struggling to take my dice out of its container.
Because
Okay,
you
I
made
got
it
it.
angry.
Hmm.
It gave me a freaking 26. What do you mean I was making it angry? I was
You made
proud
it
of
angry.
it. Okay, what am I rolling for?
Perception,
Perception.
honey.
Okay, that's 25.
All right, and you, Jordan?
22.
You guys notice this big, like, oak tree as you guys try to, like, I believe you, Alexi, would check around inside with your perception of, like, is there anything important about this, like, tree that we can use so that this person doesn't start running away? You notice that the inside of this tree is completely hollowed out, and it seems to be really, really old, like stuff. And it seemed like a hag was living here as
Mm,
you like go inside. This whole tree is hollow, and it's like almost a cedar tree. This like really, really big tree. It's
mm-hmm,
very thick, almost like a
mm,
spruce, and it's like hollow inside, all the way up to almost like 40 feet up. It's like
mm,
completely hollow. And you see like staircases going up for like little tiny areas. Alexi, you could sort of stand in all the other tiny areas, and they seem to be as big as like a a fairy size, and also like uh, a squirrel size. It seems like this hag was able to change their shapes, but there's no longer a hag here. Everything is like moved. It's just like a tiny area, like a big area to hold people. Like I want to say a person as tall as Isaiah in here, but after a certain point, it starts like turning smaller and smaller as you guys walk in. So there's like hollow
mm,
tree.
Hmm.
mm.
Oh, hold up. Something right.
Can I
Alright.
roll to see how recent this place has been used?
Sure. Give me a either history or perception.
Okay. Womp. That would be an 18 for perception.
You know, you can tell that there's a very thick layer of dust, almost like 100 to like 200 years
Hmm.
of this like tree being gone. You can tell by the rings that are still continuously around, like, when you cut a tree down and you notice that there's still rings, you can tell how many rings are still growing as it keeps going up. Seeing as there's a certain point where it stops and you just see more and more rings.
Well, this might be good enough, considering it is old, considering the dust. Thoughts?
Fuck it. Might as well.
Ruggy objections?
Nope.
Well, time to interrogate this person. I just dispelled the invisible spell. Can I, like, lay them down, like, propped up against the wall or something?
Say that again. I was reading something. My bad. I was trying to make sure. Say that again.
Can I prop them down, like, leaning up against the wall, like, sitting down against the wall, something like that?
Sure.
Well, there we go. They are no longer invisible. And neither am I. Uh,
Mhm.
hmm.
All
Alright.
right, you set them down. What are you guys going to do?
Alright, how should we start this interrogation?
Tie him up.
Tie him up. Does anybody have rope?
Uh,
I might have rope, but
I
I
have
have no
50
idea.
feet of silk rope, but I feel like that's a bit too kinky.
Why? I mean, fair enough.
I have
I
several
also don't.
questions.
As
I
you
also
guys
have
several
are
50 feet
questions
of
that we'll
hempen rope.
answer later.
as you guys are
Um,
discussing this, we move on to the other group that is currently trapped within. Hold on. Hey! ¿Qué?
The wording of trapped worries me, Char.
Hey.
And this is why we get the cleric in this situation with us.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
meanwhile, in an
wait,
old
wait.
tree.
Let's see. I do have
I
a
have
very
the
important
gift
question
prepared.
though.
Huh?
It just got dark in the
Jesse,
place,
finish your
and now I'm
room!
like, how dark is dark? Like, is it dark where
Being
we need
annoying,
dark
clearly.
vision to work
I
to
would assume
still
so.
see, or
We were not told.
we don't know. That's why I'm like, I have a very important question because if I remember correctly, Kane does not have dark vision.
Oh yeah,
No, no,
Kane
he
is
is
as
not.
blind as a bat right now.
So if it's that dark, Everly's gonna be like, well, shit.
If it is that dark,
Kane just
Kane is
immediately
quite
holds
blind.
Everly's hand, just like, glow stick, turn on.
Crack
I
her
don't,
knuckle.
I don't
Good
know
idea.
that shit. Don't you
Now,
No,
fucking dare.
pulls a
Just crack
Bane
her
versus
knuckles for her.
Batman.
A Bane versus Batman. Oh no!
Yeah.
I had to, I had to fully perceive what the fuck you meant. No, like it.
Oh, come on.
Uh,
Fine.
Jesse, take this down when you're done.
uh, for what
To answer your
purpose?
question, I know Shara, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
What does it say about magical darkness for your dark vision?
Dark Vision can't see past magical
oh,
darkness, I believe.
No. Yeah, no.
You can't
Magical
see
darkness.
shit either.
Shit.
You
You're
can't
I
see
didn't
both.
shit
notice
either.
that dark.
Nah, that's pretty.
You both can't
POV, true
see
darkness.
anything.
Shit.
Oh nah.
Hold up.
You both can't see anything, like at all. You're also still next to the noble lady, um, Autumn. You're next to the noble lady, Autumn, and she's just sort of there, like, what the fuck is going on? Why is everything getting darker?
That is a great question because I can't see either. This is that's a
Lady
new
Autumn,
one
stay
for
close
me.
to us.
Cause
Probably.
that's a new one for me.
You guys start hearing a wave of muttering coming from all over the place. It's almost deafening in a weird silence way. Even the king and queen start making an announcement. Do not worry, the lights will turn back on. For the meantime, please stay calm. Have some more drink. We will figure out what's going on.
Have more drink.
Have more drink. Have more
I think
food.
this guy's drunk.
I feel like they would say have more drink because a lot of people will drink different stuff anyway. So they weren't sure what everyone was drinking since everyone is taking something besides alcohol because there are kids here. I
They're
know.
all minors here.
There's
Oh
some
no.
Kane, don't you
there's some
dare.
minors here. As can you both give me a perception check?
It's dark as shit. What are we gonna percept?
Just trust me on this, please. Because
Hey,
I don't
you
think y'all
can't
have
you can't
17.
see shit, but that doesn't mean you can't hear shit.
right? You can't hear shit, you can't feel
You can
shit.
still you can
Damn.
still you can still
It's
I
hear, you can
just
still
a
feel.
it's just the
I got a
DC 35,
17.
don't worry.
right?
Jesus Christ.
Now
I
you
got a
can't perceive
17.
anything. How do you feel now?
17, okay. 13,
Now seems
Victoria.
like a good time to activate my danger sensibility just in case.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, hell no, hell yeah, hell no.
But
Oh,
can I get that perception check, 13, please?
Yeah. 1 minute math.
Hmm.
That is a 10.
Yo,
oof.
You
He
can't
does have dark
quite,
bless
vision.
you.
What did you expect?
don't worry about it. You can't
What
quite
the fuck?
tell what's going on, but your ears are attuned to certain ruffling of like fabric, and it doesn't sound like people are dancing. That's the best you can tell, but there's some form of movement, like shifting. Shara, you can tell that there's something running by you, and it's not people esque, so to speak, but it is people, and it seems like it's different kinds of people from staggering heights. As you sort of like lean in towards Lady Autumn, as you guys like push her towards a little closer to Kane, as you guys are both like sort of huddled together, as there's like movement of differing staggers, as you each hear a blood curdling scream from near where the king and queen are,
Mm.
as
Oh shit.
the
Oh
lights
no.
slowly turn back on, as if the magical darkness is being dispelled around, I want to say 30 of like of the like from Byron to like Count,
Not Byron.
everything underneath Duke or Archduke. 30 of these like groups of nobles have been killed along with any significant other or child. You see a pool of red.
Pigs!
Not the
Not the
Oh
children.
my
women and the children
god.
too.
You
Wait, did
see
we
a
succeed in
pool of
keeping the one girl we were told to guard alive?
can can you hold on, give me a minute. You guys see a
So that's a
pool of red.
no.
You guys see a pool of red in the center with bodies piled up in this like almost cross like thing that seems to have like
Crucifix?
head, almost like a crucifix, almost like a
Crucifix.
crucifix, but instead of a crucifix top, it's almost like a spider lily, but of their bones being pulled out of their bodies.
Ew.
What?
The girl
Ugh.
you guys were protecting is near you, but her arm that was slowly moving towards 13, not fast enough, is lopped off from like clean off. She doesn't have an arm, and her arm is one of the spider part of the spider lilies.
What the shit
Blood for
is
the blood
happening?
god. Skulls for the
Everly,
skull
kill
god.
yourself
Sorry.
now.
And you hear screaming all around. The king is in this pile, and the queen is ripped apart in the center, just standing in the middle of this like crucifix of nobles and people. Luckily, the her father, Lady Autumn's father, is not there. His eyes and his left leg are missing.
Mm.
What?
Give me a perception check for the people who are running around. For you guys inside.
Damn.
28.
That's
You notice that certain nobles this whether they were good or bad are missing body parts, and it's heavily significant. Very
Oh,
24.
very from varying like degrees of like hurt to
injuries.
missing limbs. It seems
Oh,
that not everyone got unscathed as well as the lady did, because you guys weren't a part of the nobles. You guys weren't part of this attack, but you guys were missing something. You guys weren't missing anything. Other people were. 13, you notice your noble friends from Leona, uh Nick's blood and Ravar, however the fuck I say his name again.
Revaganar,
You
not
notice
that.
that you guys notice that they're okay, but they're heavily cut, which is odd for both of them to be.
Kane is currently hyperventilating. Like, he's having a panic attack right now.
Uh, uh, you sort of see Lady Amber slightly freak out, and then she's just like, "This is fine. It's fine." And she checks her pockets to make sure nothing of hers was taken. Luckily, her vial of like moon seeds she got isn't disturbed, and her notebook of stuff is fine. What about you, Shara? What are you doing in this situation while Kane is hyperventilating?
Well, Everly is definitely in fucking shock. First, because I will say the first words out of her mouth is "Holy shit," because this is probably the most amount of blood and just this whole gruesome scene is like the first time she's ever seen something in such a massive setting. So she definitely would not know how to process what is happening. My first instinct is to immediately be like, my first question was actually, where the fuck is Liam when we need him?
Liam is back in the cart watching all the
Yeah, he's
pets and
watching all the
babies.
pets.
Yeah, we can't have a level 15
Hard
here yet.
Yeah, we
Kane's back.
can.
yet.
Bro's the
Yet.
pet sitter.
Okay. Kane's back to his senses finally. He had to breathe for a moment. Okay. Is the lady that we were guarding, like, her arm is missing? You mentioned that. Is there still an open wound, like bleeding wound? Because if so, he wants to use his cloak to try and stop that to some extent. Or like some part of his clothes to just be like, nope,
It's
that's
bleeding,
enough
but
of
it
that.
seems to be cauterized, almost as if it was taken so fast that it sort of like heated up the area to almost like scar tissue, but very burnt. But it's bleeding because of its like how fast certain areas of the skin aren't like there. So they're bleeding, but they're not bleeding
Oh,
as profusely as they would be for missing such a limb. You can do what you said
My
you were going to do, but can you give me a medicine check while you're doing it? Because you are still slightly shaken by this whole thing.
yeah,
Hmm.
he's trying to like take off his vest to try and help with that because then he still has a dress shirt at least.
Yeah, because her dress was like a full length arm one from like all like she was very conservative wearing dress that covered both her arms, so you can clearly tell that her arm was taken because it's still the dress is slightly ripped, but it seems to be like torn beautifully in a weird way, as if they were only trying to get the arm.
Uh, okay, that's a 22.
You cover you cover up the arm fairly well and make sure that there's not much bleeding axis coming out. She says to you, "Thank you. I have to get to my dad.
Okay,
Can you see him?" And you guys
can
do
I
know.
perception check?
You can. I said it before. You guys do notice
Yeah.
where their dad is. Her dad is like
Okay,
near one of the pillars, like almost midway near the center of where this crucifix is. You
Okay,
guys
I
do
have an
notice him.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
My lady, quickly get on my back. Everly, you too. I'm gonna try and get us there as fast as possible. Everly has healing spells. We might be able to help a bit.
Uh, sure. And you sort of see her hike up her dress as much as she can
Okay.
because it is very.
And time to use the charger feet.
All right, you see her get on your back while holding up her like skirt. Shara, do you get on?
It'll definitely take Everly a moment to process what was just said because there's just I want to say she like hyper focused on like all of the noise that was happening, so like that whole disassociating thing because it's like again this is all still very new to her. This is the first time she's ever
Yeah.
seen so much blood, so she's just like, what the? She's in that state of what do I do? How do I how do
Anyone
I
feel like
help?
putting his hands on her shoulders and like, sure, or Everly, focus. We need to help people. I get that you're over like panicking right now mentally, but we gotta do what we can quick.
She'll so with that the hand on the shoulder will definitely snap her out of it. She'll shake her head and be like, "Yeah, right, right." And then she'll hop up on his back as well, as it
As
finally
Okay.
processed that was the request he had made.
uh, 13, give me a d20 roll because you are carrying two people while you're using this charger of feet. So give me a d20, please.
Okay. I'm doing math. I'm assuming this is
Mm-hmm.
a strength check.
Yeah.
25.
All right. You carry them both there without like hurting them any more than they would be. And you get them to um, the Duke of Autumn, the Archduke of Autumn. He's like, "My daughter, you're okay." Yeah, I'm fine. Uh, because he can't quite see her, but he can hear her talking, hear her say, "Dad," and he just sort of stops and he's like, "My daughter, you're okay." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." What happened? I, I don't quite know. I can't quite see anymore. You can see that he's also visibly shaken, as if he doesn't know what to do about the situation. Uh, are the other two I left you with okay? And he's sort of asking, sort of trying to see you guys without, he can't quite see, so he's like looking around for both of you if you guys are nearby.
We're okay, sir.
Oh,
All
good.
right, all right. I cannot see, but I can smell the blood. Are any of the
Honestly,
doors?
sir.
Yes.
Sorry, I stopped talking for a minute.
No, no,
Honestly,
no.
sir,
Continue.
it's it's probably better you don't see what's going on right now.
I, I see. I'm missing my eyes and my leg is.
I try to extend my hand to try and help him to keep himself upright.
You sort of see that he accepts it, but he's also like shocked by the feeling of somebody touching him. He's just not quite sure if this hand would be good or not at the same time. He's sort of am- appreh- apprehensive about it, but he still accepts it. He's like, "Thank you." Uh, is because they both the parents were there. Is my wife okay, Mom? You
I'm not.
hear you hear Lady Autumn say, and you guys can give me a perception check. You guys had seen her before, so I'll just give you a short description of her while you guys are rolling this perception check. You guys remember she was wearing this like beautiful ombre of like oranges, and her dress was very conservative but very in power.
23.
13.
You catch glimpses of the dress, Shara. 13, you see her. Her head had been ripped from her body, and it's a part of the spider lily atrocity, as her body is just deformed.
Everly, cover the lady's eyes.
Everly's not even gonna question it. She had, just by the way he said that, she has a feeling what's happening, and she's going to do exactly as she's told. She doesn't know what else to do at this point. So
With your perception check 13, you also notice all the other doors or any openings, nobody can leave. Everyone's like clamoring to the doors, piling on top of each other. You hear people screaming, "Stop! Don't let us out!" And most of these are nobles, and each of the floors are all down together.
My
As we
lord, we need
move
to get you
on,
both out of here.
as we move on to the other group, who is outside in a tree.
Back to the non-scary part of the campaign. I found rope.
You found rope. That's
Yippee!
great. All right, you guys are tying them up.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right,
Okay.
give me a survival check. Whoever's tying them up, because I
I
don't know
can tie
which.
them
Well,
up. I used to work on a ship.
Very well.
True.
Please
okay,
don't
cool.
kill me now.
Give me that
And
survival
I'll
check, please.
no.
Are you guys giving
Yes,
him the
let me
help
check to
action? Because you guys
see.
can.
Oh wait,
I
no, I'm
wanted to
good.
do the help action.
No, I have a
Do it.
17. I'm fine.
Technically, we're supposed to give help before you know the answer, but yes,
Yeah. Um,
My bad.
you're good.
you you tie them up. As you tie them up, they wake up and they release themselves from your bonds.
Really?
Fuck. I just
That
tied those.
You didn't tie it that good.
Okay, that's it. Can
that was
Alexi
a
pull
really
out their
good
swords?
trick that you guys pulled. I was quite shocked. I couldn't even stop it. Hold on. Hey! Yeah, boy! Give me a minute. I'm getting called. What
Guys,
was
is it too late to bribe them with drugs?
Yes,
Yeah.
very much
I think you
so.
should pull out your weapons like Alexi was.
Okay,
Look at him.
fine.
Bloody spider
Uh,
monkey situation.
I have two
Hey!
options and they
Oh
are not
shoot.
good.
Wait a damn
This
minute.
It's
is
in the
a
air fryer?
Alexi kills somebody because they wouldn't stop resisting moment. So
Yay.
Oh no, I think I just realized what's about to happen.
Ma,
I'm not
we're
certain on what
stopping
we should do
by
specifically, but in some way I
Vagios
have an
first
idea
at
that
the
might sound
tags.
stupid,
Okay.
but I'm a barbarian. We should have seen this
I don't know
coming.
where the dress is. I don't know
The
where the
doors are
dress is.
locked.
I do not know.
I'm
You
very
guys
good
saw
at
everything in the
breaking
front.
doors. I literally referred to myself as a human battering ram
I'll
earlier.
wait till Pa
are we
gets home
really
because I
gonna
know he's
have
like,
Thor pull out the inanimate object HP pool chart?
I think we have
oh,
to.
Evie has
I'm
them.
Oh,
legitimately gonna try
fair
and
enough.
break down those
Yes.
doors.
Before you guys left? Oh, then
Then
I don't
what is
know.
our alternative? Because from what I see, think about it. Spider
You didn't put
lilies,
it in your
rich
purse
people. Why do I
afterwards?
feel like knowing Thor and their obsession with Demon Slayer, we might be about to deal with a let's eat the rich situation.
That is very fair.
That is very fair.
Wouldn't mind that.
I
You.
think I would. This noble lady is nice, and I have noble friends who are currently in the building.
Uh,
Sounds
you
like a
win some,
personal
you lose
problem.
some.
Ruggy, they will eat you alive. Do not
Very true.
Ruggy,
pretend
I will
any
turn
other
you
way.
into a smoothie.
Why?
Wow.
What did I do to you?
Actually,
Other
worse,
than
I will tell the, what's his name? What's your significant other's name? I forgot it. Alec?
wasn't it
Alec?
Alec? Alec?
It's something like that. It's a
I don't even
something.
remember.
I will tell him that you cheated on him.
Oh.
Did that?
Man, fine. Let's not eat the rich, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The 13. I did
Yes.
in fact find who our guy was from the kidnapping. I couldn't remember where in my notes I'd stuck this NPC, but his name indeed was Cinnamon.
Okay, yeah. I hope we one day get to see Cinnamon again. It's unlikely, but it would be funny if it happened.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I was just going through my notes again, just like what, I was just looking through everything, just like what to do, and then I found this, and I was just like, oh, that's where I stuck it.
Also, Kane's gonna be referring to this day as the Crimson Flower incident from now on.
We just ain't gonna talk about it. You guys are like gonna bring it up. She can be like, nope, la 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 la. I'm not listening to this shit.
I am very glad that Everly didn't ask questions when Kane just like cover her eyes.
Yeah, no, she saw glimpses of the dress, and you were just like, cover her eyes, and she's just like, you know what? I ain't gonna question shit. I'm shaken up as it is. I'm not questioning it.
Because Kane was very shaken at the first of this because all he saw was a bunch of people dying in front of him. He got flashbacks to what happened before. He immediately panics. Where's Everly? Where's my friend? Where's the nice little noble girl? As soon as he both saw that those individuals were okay, that's when his brain was like, okay, gotta focus, gotta get them out of here.
I like how you guys assume I'm that obsessed with Demon Slayer. That's really funny.
I mean, are you? Would you
I'm
have
not
done it
that
if
big
you
of a
had thought
Demon
of it?
Slayer fan. I read the entire manga. I haven't seen the anime, so it
We're
tells me
fixing
a
that in the
lot.
future.
But those are some great ideas. Thanks. I'll keep those in my back pocket.
You gave them ammunition, you bastard.
Don't you know it's DM to DM?
Hmm.
All right, I had to get
Be glad I
food.
didn't give them
They're
the
like,
special monsters I made a while ago.
true, true, true.
Or does this mean that I can give Thor my homebrew information on how to make gods?
Yes,
No, no, it does
you
not.
can give
We
me
Oh,
already
come
figured
any
out.
on!
information.
No.
You
It'd
can
be
give
so
me any of those
funny.
informations, Jordan. I would not be opposed.
We already have to put up a pantheon that we haven't had to see face to face yet. We don't need to meet the gods.
Late, late at night in a fucking late at
Kane
night
already
at a
prays to
DM
his
call.
god.
Fucking
Yes,
ritual.
I need that song on
Uh,
a playlist so badly.
If you try that, Kane is gonna be trying to convince Thor to let him multi-class into a caster.
Fireball.
I usually say yes to most of y'all's ideas. Usually.
So
Very
DM, this
true.
is called a Dragon Blood Sorcerer.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
yo.
That seems very OP. That would be really fun as long as I get
It's
better.
honestly just helping with defense and a little bit of casting abilities. It's not super OP.
I know. But like if you play your cards right, depending on what I throw at you, it would be really funny.
I already have magic, Thor. We already made me OP.
You know, you're welcome. Hold on, give me a minute.
Like, if cards went a bit further, honestly, if Shara had a way to heal people to a resurrection level, I have one of the items in my bag to resurrect someone.
Yeah, you have a diamond, but alas.
I'm willing to use it if we can get Shara to use that spell, but I don't know if Shara has that spell.
Revivify?
Isn't isn't that like a level
Yes.
Yes, I
10?
have it. That's a third level spell.
Revivify has a time limit.
How
That's
much is
OP.
that time limit?
It's like
within
10
the
minutes. Yeah.
We're definitely within that span. Sure, run.
Anyway, let's go back to the other group that's still in the tree.
Okay.
As
Anyways, Alexi was
anyways,
pulling out their weapon to threaten them into not moving.
that was a real fun trick. I really bought the whole drug thing. A shame. I guess I'll just have to grind your bones into my own drug powder. Now won't I? And you see the bracelet that they were wearing just sort of whip out a giant dual wielding, like dual sided axe.
Mecha shift bullshit.
Yo, we're in the Ruby universe now?
It was already a bracelet sort of deal. It seemed like the bracelet looks like Mercury, right? And the weapon itself is like a Mercury style type deal, so it can just change its form however the user wants, and it's bound by blood.
Mm.
So nobody can attune to it unless they want to pour their blood on it. I call it the changeling. The weapon itself is just called the changeling, and their
No.
ever loving form is the axe.
You
We
know
love
what
them.
you could have done for a play on words is you could have made that shit a ring, and then you could have done a change ring, but no.
You know what? Change ring. There you go. Just for
Hmm.
you, my dude. Can you guys roll for initiative, please?
Here we go.
Oh,
Please do not give me a
Now
shitty
20,
roll.
26.
What
26.
do
All
I
right.
add? Dexterity?
I believe so.
yeah, you dexterity modifier, yeah.
Yeah, so 14. I'll put it in die rolls.
Ah,
Got a 13.
oh damn.
All right. Let me just check in die roll so I can just make sure I have these numbers correct.
Hmm.
God. So it's 14, 26. And what was yours again, Jordan?
13.
13. All right. Veermont, you go first.
Oh. Let's see. Mm, how close am I? I'm pretty sure I'm basically like face to face to them, am I
You're
right?
like, oh, fuck. Hold on. You're, you're like 10 feet near them, and
Thunderclap!
Buggy's like Buggy's 5 feet in front of them.
Mm,
Yeah.
thunderclap!
God, you just
Yeah.
want to murder your friends.
No.
As the
If you
one
use
turning into
Thunderclap,
venom
I will just
murderers.
start having a panic attack.
I'm
That's
playing
gonna be
to
so
rupture
funny.
your eardrum. Nah,
All
nah,
right.
anyway. Are they wearing metal on them?
Nope, they're just wearing a dress, like a dress
Wait,
pants.
how is the mecha ship weapon not metal?
Is it not metal?
Well, I guess Mercury is a metal, so yeah, I guess. But they're holding it. It's not on their body. Because you said if they're wearing metal, they're not. Like the
I'm just
bracelet turned
asking.
into the weapon.
If they're
I'm
holding
just
a metal
asking.
object, I can still be
If they're
effectively
holding
thinking
metal,
about
I don't give a fuck either way. So let me heat that metal. That shit, that metal gotta be spicy.
All right, heat heat metal.
Yeah. Now, if you're, okay, okay. Let's see. If a creature is holding or wearing the weapon, or if a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, there's disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. Okay, so let's see. You are literally holding that fucking mercury. So you're
Yep.
gonna take 2d8s of fire damage.
And they
Okay.
have to drop it if they can.
Okay. Give me the. I take 2d8s. I have to roll those 2d8s, or you're rolling those 2d8s.
I'm rolling them 2d8s. Here,
Okay,
I
roll those
forgot
2d8s on.
to. Alright, that is. Let me math here. 14 damage. Okay.
And they have to drop it if they don't want to keep holding it, right?
If they want to keep on holding it, then they have to do a Constitution saving throw, or they could just drop it.
All right, they're doing that Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It is a weapon.
They got a 19.
Damn, they did do that. So
Yeah.
let's see. Let me continue reading. No, that's the wrong spell. Let me look at it. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
They're like, that
Enjoy those
fucking
disadvantages.
hurt. But they
Yeah.
swing the sword at Ruggy, since Ruggy is like 5 feet away from them because they were tying them.
Hey, that wasn't very nice.
Does a nat 20 hit your AC?
Uh,
Nat 20s always hit for.
yes.
I know.
They always
I
do
know.
hit.
I just wanted to make them feel it.
That was on
Uh,
disadvantage too. Damn. That roll must have went crazy.
yeah,
Just
They
because I
damn.
was late, come on, man.
they got a 19 and then they got a natural 20, so I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Oh,
They just
okay.
really want to hit you.
They really do.
Okay.
I got such
Wait, they
such
crit
a
on
good
a
roll.
19?
I don't think I can crit on a
How
19, but
much?
they
No,
also
you
have
can't.
a +2 to their strength anyway,
That,
so it turns to a
yes, but
20.
that doesn't, yeah, but that doesn't mean crit.
I'm not critting them. I'm
That's
just
a
asking.
dirty. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Do 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 do. Do do do
Oh,
So
do do. Do 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 do
1d6.
do do do.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
I feel like I should start my turn so that we're not spending 2 minutes on my turn.
Probably.
Right? Yeah, you can start your turn while I do this damage. Um,
Okay.
no, wait, it's Seven's turn.
The
My
roll
bad.
yeah, it's
6d8s.
my
Huh?
turn.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start after Sevens. I'm sorry, honey.
I can
You get
imagine.
5 points of damage from their axe,
Okay.
because have.
Wee woo.
Uh, hold on. I'm trying to find my one. Oh, there it is. Quick reference. Okay. 5 damage, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I cast Hunter's Mark with my bonus action and then attack them with my short sword?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just boost that up. And then roll. Okay. Um,
Just ask Isaiah something, so don't worry about this. You said 14 points of damage on them before, right?
Mhm.
Yep, cool.
Of
Just
does a
wanted to make
19
sure.
hit?
fire damage. True.
Yes, 19 hits.
Okay. And then let me just roll for damage. Where's my d6? Oh, there's my d6. Um,
Hey,
hmm.
I get to be a schmuck again the next turn.
Can add stuff. I use it my commercial.
What's that?
Nothing. My commercial.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay, that's 11 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. Jordan, it's your turn.
Okay. Am I close enough to hit him?
You're like 20 feet away, so yeah.
Cool.
Woohoo.
Attacking, starting.
Yep.
Attack phase
Everyone
active.
else can like ready their whatever they're going to do.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes, a 21 hits, honey.
Does a
What?
what?
A 21
Sorry,
hits.
it hits.
Cool. I'm gonna turn it into a crit.
Love that.
Where's my calculator?
I also had to pull out my
Get it,
calculator.
boy.
I don't need a calculator. I need all my fucking shit pulled up because I do not remember.
I'm also just like looking at what I have here as well, so don't worry about it. Y'all good.
Okay, the first hit does 17 physical damage and 13 fire damage for a total of 30.
All right.
This triggers my rampage.
Shit.
Next hit.
Oh.
Mhm.
13 hits later.
That's a
Okay.
23 hit.
23 hits.
Cool, turn that one into a crit.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm trying for. I gotta add. Addition has never been so hard.
Permission has never been so hard. I'm sorry. Mhm.
I'm gonna quote you on this because I think it's funny.
I
It
should
just
make a
does a
quoting channel.
23 hit.
I'm just gonna make a quoting channel. Hold on.
Oh, I quoted it in Chaos Club, but that works too.
A quoting channel
Next
would be complete anarchy in this server.
one dealt 27.
Dude, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
quoted
27
on
hits.
saying I have Silk Rope, but that's a bit too kinky.
And then
Yeah, we asking questions about that later, so
No, definitely. I don't remember why I gave him permission to have that. So yeah, let's go.
I
Or
think it's
maybe he
part of
just
my
had.
background or something.
Probably, but that's just really funny that you have that. I didn't even know
Yeah,
you had
I
that.
don't even know what I'm supposed to use it for.
ADM
Yeah.
does a 11 hit.
No.
Cool, I'll use my agile feint to retry it and also give myself sure strike on it.
Okay.
That's a nat 20. Let's go.
More crit, baby.
Everybody else ready in action after he finishes, please, so we can come back to his turn again.
Oh,
I
I
know.
already have my fucking
Okay.
plan. I have my
Thank
plan.
you.
Do I roll now or do I roll when it's my turn?
My
Roll when it's
plan.
your turn, but have whatever you're going to do ready and whatever math you need to do ready for if you get a good roll.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So, Ruggy, do you mind?
That one deals another 30 damage.
All right.
Ruggy,
Another
do you
30,
mind
and
if your next turn
then
to
And then my last hit,
I
that's
cannot
another
hear
nat
you,
20.
man.
I just rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
Just type it in the
let's
chat.
go. Get rid of this fucker. I don't like them either. I may have created them, but I don't like them.
Is that metagaming? No, just yell it to me. Because your turn is before mine, so then you can just yell it at me.
move?
Fucking move!
They're out of
And then
the
that one
fucking
and then that one
way.
does 36 damage.
All
Christ.
right, 36. Got it. They're still standing. They're just like they're
Mm.
just laughing.
Uh,
Fucking evil bitch.
If I was one
Jeez.
level higher, I'd do more damage.
I love that you just need to be a level higher. Anyway, back to the top of the order. Um, Birman, it's your turn.
Hey, how you doing? Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to make you take those 2d8s of damage again.
Yo.
They're going to try to like stop, like they're going to continue holding it, so they're going to
Hey,
concentrate it.
you can drop that thing whenever you want. It's just your own problem.
They don't want to drop it. It's their weapon.
Well, that's the problem. You're gonna
It's
keep
like
on
they
getting
they were talking
disadvantaged
about
with it.
just look up on how to do it.
It's an
There
18.
are instructions inside of it, but it's confusing. Just look it up and it'll show you a video on how to move your body, put it on blah.
A
Just
video on how to
do
move
not
your
put it on
body.
like right before you're about to like go take a shower because it's time to like
Mhm.
do it. Blah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Hold on, I had to get my shitty rolls out of the way. Sorry if you could hear me rolling.
Whatever. Another thing now is I'm gonna
They got
yell
an
at
Was it?
18.
Rugby.
They're still holding on to their thing.
Okay, fine. You
Yeah.
take
Fine,
11
keep
points
your
again.
weapon.
Just saying that.
Yeah. I took off the 11. Don't worry.
Okay. And now I'm gonna yell at Ruggy to move out of the way while I cast while I cast Thunderclap.
Thunderclap is a
Hell,
bonus.
man!
Is thunder
Move!
is
That's
thunderclap
not
a
good,
bonus
dude.
action?
What? What were you saying?
Is
Can I
is
fight during a
hold
panic
on,
attack? That's my question.
hold on.
There is a status effect called Feared.
Hold on.
What is that?
You did your action by casting heat metal, right? That should have taken an action, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that was the bonus action. It said in
That
the
was
spell
the
bit.
bonus action. Okay. Sorry, I thought
Yes,
that was the action. So you can
nah, that was
continue.
the bonus action. That make you do that shit again. And then I could do it again and again. I will heat
Anyway, you're
this
doing
metal. I'm doing thunderclap while yelling at Reggie to move out of the fucking way.
okay. Give me that thunderclap. Cause isn't it a thunderclap a cone as well?
It's
Isn't it like a
okay.
cone from your area?
Actually, how close am I? I forgot to ask that.
You're
Dude, you shouldn't have
like
told him
10
to
feet
move. You should
close
have
to
told him to
them.
cover his ears. Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
running right up to that fucking bitch and then just going thunderclap.
Isn't that a disadvantage? Because thunderclap is a
It's not a
range.
cone. It's each creature within 5 feet of you must make a Constitution saving throw.
There it is. There it is.
I'm
I thought
going
it was a
within
cone.
5 feet
Thank
and
you.
doing that shit. Alright.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, I told them to move out of the way.
Dude, I can't move yet. It's not my
They can't
turn!
move. It's not their turn. Because
I'm gonna shove them out of the way.
Can you do
I'm
that?
joking.
you
I'm
could.
joking. I'm
Do it.
joking.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh, by the way, the sound can be heard for 100 feet.
Dude, Ruggy's just gonna
Yeah.
collapse
Thunder
and start
clap or thunder
hyperventilating.
wave?
Thunder clap
Yeah.
can be heard 100 feet away.
Thor.
hmm
Zeus is really clapping those cheeks. Honestly.
Jesus Christ.
mm, uh,
Sorry, I had Percy Jackson on the brain for a while now, and I think that's just really funny.
yeah. uh, okay. Change of plan. I'm taking out one of the daggers from my fucking bag of holding and then throwing it at her.
You actually have
Uh,
physical weapons? Shit, and you're using them?
yeah, yeah, I know, right? It's insane.
Oh my
I'm a
god, these
crazy
are the
guy.
Brookman ones too.
Hmm. Those
Anyway,
are indeed the Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, those are indeed the Brooklyn ones with the fucking.
yeah, you haven't used them. They were in pristine condition until now.
Yup.
Give me
Them
that
fucking.
roll to see if you hit their AC. Give me the rose. Give me the rose.
Oh, woo. Oh, roll, damn it.
Oh wait, where's the...
Baby, that's a 29.
Okay, that
That
hits.
was one off a net 20.
Uh-huh.
So sad. Alright. Well, time to yeet that bitch.
You're stabbing them with the dagger, yes?
No, I'm throwing it.
Oh, okay.
It's 11 damage right there.
Alright, let me just take...
I I have now
Alright.
lost that dagger until I pick it back up.
Yeah, yep, you lost that fucking dagger. It's embedded
Luckily, I
into
have
their, like...
3 more.
It's embedded to their leg,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still moving. They're still standing. Alright, it's their turn.
Oh,
They were trying to
what?
swing... They were trying to swing at you, Reggie, but it goes way too wide, and it doesn't hit you. So, they're like, fuck! But they do
Thor, I'm
move.
really sorry, but I just found out that I have an extra.
An
Say
extra
that
what?
again?
I just found out that on my character sheet I have extra attack, and I did not know this for all of the fucking time that we've been fucking playing D&D.
You
You have an extra
idiot!
attack? You have like a second attack you can do?
Yeah, it's under my features. I have something
Extra
called extra
attack.
attack, which lets me do 2 attacks instead of one
So,
on my turn.
it's sort of the same as Jordan's thing, but probably less
Yeah.
long. Got it.
Yeah.
Ye old dumbass.
Okay,
Alright.
sorry. Go on.
But Zipper moves towards Isaiah because their hands are still like fairly hot. They move
Hey,
towards
how you
you,
doing?
and then they
Hi.
grab your wrist.
Well, ow, that's rude.
Yeah,
You're holding the axe with both hands and not with one hand?
they were holding the axe with one hand this whole time.
And what? You're just
They just walked towards you, grabbed your wrist, and they're like,
while the weapon is
"Quiet."
in the hand?
Yeah, the weapon is in the hand.
Mm,
They basically just grappled your arm.
mm,
That's the end of their turn.
mm,
Hold on, let
Oh,
me just make sure they don't have a bonus action. They do not.
mm.
Yeah, continue.
Is it
continue
Reggie's
as in
turn?
it's my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. 7.
Okay. Um, I am going to attack them with my longsword again. Uh,
Hmm. Mind you, they're 10 feet away. They're 15 feet away from you.
uh
They walked 10 feet towards
okay.
Isaiah.
Then can I run towards them and then
Yeah, you can.
or yeah, okay.
Be sure not to miss.
Or actually no, I changed my mind. I'm gonna use my longbow then.
Mm.
Okay.
Uh, ow. Okay. Um, does what is that? Uh, uh, does a 17 hit?
That's their AC. You crit. Yeah, not crit. You hit their AC.
Okay. And then okay. Then that's 10 damage plus six. That's 16 damage, and then can I shoot them again with my extra attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Me.
How much was the damage
Okay.
from the first attack? I'm sorry, it wasn't.
16.
16. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So
I was gonna
that's
put 17, and I was like, that would have been way too much.
real. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 24. Um
Hits.
okay, and then I roll fuck. Okay. 4 plus 4, so that's 8. and 11. Okay, so that's 11 damage. And then I move the fuck out of the way, cause did you still yell to move, or?
No.
No? Okay, well
No.
then I do not move the fuck out of the way.
I
But
mean,
I probably...
I am currently being grappled by this bitch, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I
Yeah,
have ways to break out of this grapple.
have fun. Goodbye.
Jordan, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
That's
My turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all fired
Damn.
up.
Guess who literally missed?
Did you get a nat one?
No. Oh, sorry. Never mind. I forgot I had advantage on it. That's a 19. That's a crit.
He's like, wait a
I
minute, I'm
guess who
forgetting
rolled
something.
minimum on damage dice. Let's go.
Had us in the first half, not gonna lie, literally. It's like, huh? You missed?
Hmm?
See, I rolled a
And
6 and then a 2, and then because I used my sure feint ability, but I forgot that that allows me to use sure strike to give myself advantage. So
that's really cool. I want to grow up to be
Mm,
like Alexi one day.
don't.
fucking don't.
I want to
23
be
for the
cool.
first hit.
Hits.
No. That's the damage.
Oh, you said it. Sorry, I'm
Was
stupid.
a 17 hit.
17 is their AC, sweetheart.
Oh, okay, so it hits. Thank you.
Yep.
That one does 10 damage,
Okay. Let me subtract that.
and then I missed.
I
All right.
fired, and then I missed. I fired again, and then I missed. I missed both times.
See, because I'm not seeing any like blood or anything, I'm not gonna waste my last 2 crits on this dumbass. So my effectiveness has gone down. This is why I want my next level because I'm actually kind of weak.
Well,
Actually, kind of weak. Does like 30 damage
It's
twice in
all
two
front
separate
loaded.
rounds.
I am out of fuel.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit weak. Clearly. um, back to the top of the initiative order. Isaiah.
I'm Misty stepping out of that hole. I'm Misty stepping 30 feet away from her. And then guess what? I'm gonna do it again.
Um, I'm sorry
That
to
is the
burst your
solution.
bubble. I'm sorry to burst your
Hmm,
bubble. You
hmm.
can't Misty Step out of her grasp.
Why not?
You just can't. You
You
can't use
can't just
Misty
nut
Step.
all that.
I can. Not that. There's
No.
reasons. You don't know why, but there's reasons you can't Misty Step out
Wait,
of their grasp.
wait. So there's no explanation. You're just God is coming down and saying no.
Oh, I can explain it to the players, but the characters doesn't know. My bad. No, you guys remember the mark that I said that most of the other people had incomplete on their bodies,
Hmm.
and how I mentioned she has hers complete but more rugged.
Right.
She has an extra thing inside of that that stops any form of movement away from her. So if you want a Misty Step, you can't. You want to use any sort of magic to teleport away from her, you can't. And this is like a 30-foot cone around her because she has 30 feet of movement. So
Oddly specific. Hmm.
yeah, I'm telling you guys as a player because I feel like I should have mentioned that before, but I'm like, eh. But yes,
Very true.
her her mark has an extra feat compared to the rest of them because she is one of the like top tier near the Ironclad Guild, so they have to have more than the average Joe that's just getting the mark. So yeah.
Fine. You thought about the
No.
thunderclap? Fine then. Thunder wave.
God.
No, definitely. Myth. I'm gonna say her name wrong. It's Mifty, ain't it? And the GIF. I'm probably saying their name wrong. Nifty? No, Mifty.
Nifty.
Nifty. There you go. I know I said it wrong.
This
Yeah,
little darling is
Nifty is just
nifty.
Alexi, but on steroids.
Well,
Anyway,
anyway.
you're doing Thunderwave?
Yes, roll for Constitution.
Got it. 17.
Sorry, my dad called.
Alright.
You're good. How much is that damage?
Let me fucking do this shit. You took 5 damage. And
Alright.
then the bonus action, because do I
Are you
want to
gonna
be
do
that
heat
guy
metal? Because they're holding on to you.
with the hand that isn't holding the weapon?
Yeah.
That won't really bother me, considering it's only hurting the hand that's holding the weapon.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm being
yeah, okay.
called. Give me a moment.
There they go.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I have to
Heat
ask my
metal is
if my
just heating
little
up an
brother has
area, right?
eaten
That's what
anything.
we're agreeing on. Heat metal only heats up an area of the metal that they want, or does it heat up the whole metal? Uh, Jordan, because everybody else is
Hmm?
muted. So heat metal is heating up an area, or is it heating up the entire metal? I just want to confirm with somebody.
I believe D&D heat metal just heats up an object. Well, let me check.
I thought it was just that. So, hmm.
Choose an object that you can see within range. You cause the object to glow red hot. The object. Yeah.
So just to confirm with another DM, if the object is glowing red
Just give
hot
my
and it
background.
attacks
I know my dad
somebody,
cleans snow.
if the object's heating hot and it attacks somebody that has a casted onto it, and you attack them with it, will they get any form of fire damage or like heat
Any
damage?
creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when the spell is cast. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, then the Constitution save triggers. And then the disadvantage if they don't drop. Um, it doesn't state anything about any additional damage from being hit by it.
Okay,
Probably the
cool.
only way that you could get additional damage from it was if you pressed it into somebody with a grapple action in order to make it be like they're holding or slash wearing the object.
That's also fair. I just wanted to confirm with somebody because I was like, this thing is hot, and the person who's going to cast it is like literally 5 feet away from them. So I felt like they were going to get damage from it anyway. So I just wanted to make sure if I was the one thinking wrong about that. Thank you. Okay. Um, Isaiah, I are you there still, or are you just like fucked off?
You went to go help with Snow, I think.
Snow. All right. Well, he's fucked off. He already did his stuff. They're going to attack him. All right. I don't remember what Isaiah's armor class is, but they got a 20, 14.
Just
So they
roll
got
for damage
14.
anyways, and
Yeah.
just roll for damage and then write it down, and then ask him to take off the points if it does hit later.
Yeah. No, definitely, because he's not here for
Mm-hmm.
confirmation. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6 points of damage he would take. So, uh, subtract 6. All right, Ruggy, it's your turn. They had just attacked your
Oh,
friend.
well, then I'm gonna fucking attack them. Fuck you. And then I'm
Hmm.
gonna shoot him with my bow. Wait. Okay, if I'm currently using concentration, then I can't cast any other spell that require like any other spell, right?
Yeah, you cannot cast another spell. You can only cast one spell that requires concentration. If it's like a
Okay.
bonus action thing, I believe you can.
Okay. Um, does a 16 hit?
No,
Oh wait, hold on.
a
No wait,
16 does not hit.
a 17 is 17.
Yes, AC.
Okay. And then roll for damage. Man. Okay, so that's six damage right now, and then I have to roll for my hunter's mark. Um, and
Zoo, I'm
that's
going to eat some food while you do that.
okay. 6 damage plus 5. Wait, and then I'm gonna roll to hit again. An 18. So then you. Mhm. And then you. Okay, just gonna put that there.
Yo,
Woo!
getting up there in damage. Don't worry, one day you'll grow up big and strong like Alexi.
Man.
Minus 19. Okay. Was it
Big
19?
is not the word I would use.
I meant in number, not in height, asshole. I'm kidding.
I can't believe I almost took. I can't believe I almost took Thunderclap as one of my spells. That would have been
You
really
almost
stupid.
nerfed yourself, yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been really funny.
It would have
All
been
right.
really funny, but it also would have been really stupid.
We
Yeah.
still did kind of nerf ourselves, Druggy. We both have a phobia of thunder sound. Kane is slowly getting through his. You are not.
Nope.
And we have Veermon on our team.
Dude, he cannot get over. He probably won't be able to get over it until he fucking finds his captain or something. Like that's the only time he'll be able to get over it.
Hmm. Anyway, it's Alexi's turn.
Yo, do they look bloody?
Not yet. They're still standing.
Do they
They're looking
even
great.
look injured?
They're injured. They're heavily injured, but they're not like croaking over. I can give you how much HP they have, but I feel like
No,
it would
don't.
be, yeah, like
Does
they
a
look fine,
14
but they're
hit?
not close to death.
Oh wait, no,
Uh,
17. Yeah.
yeah, 17 hits. Hmm.
That's 10 damage right there.
Okay.
14 damage right there.
Okay.
And then that's a crit.
How do you want to finish them off, Jordan?
Let's go! This is
Take
what
us
I've
home.
been waiting for.
Take us home. I don't even need my calculator anymore.
Okay, I am kind of annoyed at the fact that they touched somebody that I consider not worse than everyone else. So I am going to ensure that I cut off both of their hands first with those first two attacks. And then on this
Shit.
third one, I want it to go right through their throat, and I want to turn them with my weapon and go, hopefully in the next life, you'll learn to keep your hands to yourself. And then I want to activate the fire.
As you do this, they just sort of stare into your eyes and they just smile. Imagine the Joker smile, but just blood pouring down their face as they say, "You're already too late." As they light a flame.
Oh shit. Oh
And
fuck.
and they turn into ash, just pure ash, as if their body wasn't completely human-ish, like as if it wasn't completely normal. They just sort of turn into ash, and they don't reform or anything. They're just their body just disintegrates. The weapon though just turns into like a bracelet on top of the ash. It's just there. As you guys are done with this, we move back to the very scary part of our campaign, to the other two. Dips, 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 dips. So, where the other party is, everyone is freaking out. You guys have covered up the noble lady and are holding her father as you guys 13 notices the mom just ripped apart on this horrific crucifix of flowery death. You notice that Nyx and Rye, the butler, come up to you guys, and she's like, "Are you guys okay?
Well, we are, but these two are in a different situation.
What do you?" And she looks up to
The Duke
the
can't see.
she looks at the both of them, and then she looks up to the spire since Everly is covering up the girl's eyes, and looks up to the spire, and she's like, "Oh gods." Um, None of the doors are opening. And none of the open exits, they seem to be blocked magically.
I
Um,
think I have a solution. Can you take the Duke for a moment?
yeah, yeah. Right. Please hold the butler. There's another problem.
What
The
is it?
king and queen are dead, but so are their children.
Ah, joy.
And all the other noble people who were part of the king's faction, most if not all of the worst ones, are dead. Or even some of the greater ones, like really nice people, like like um and she just sort of nudges her head towards the lady. And there's a lot of foreign noblemen here. This could this could start another war if we're not careful.
I know you're right.
Can you
So in
leave?
this moment, what we need
I'm
to
gonna hit
do,
you.
no matter what, is try to minimize any further deaths. Because we don't know if whatever
Turn off the
caused
lights
all
of the
this is
bathroom.
still in the room or not. And I
Say that
might
again. My
have
brother
one
decided to come into my
suspicion.
room. Sorry, can you say that again? My brother was trying to annoy me.
Oh, sorry. And I
Yeah.
might have one suspicion about it, but I'm not certain.
Mm.
It begs me one question I have for all of you here who are with me. How many of you tried to have any of the drinks?
Everyone has had drink. I have drink. I have to. I'm royalty of some
I
form.
don't remember me or Everly having any of it, and we both don't have any injuries.
Hmm, that's fair assumption, but I also have my own theory, if you don't mind hearing me. Um,
Uh-huh.
Please throw it out
You're the one
because
with the medical
we
license. I'm
are
putting faith in you.
I
we got no
I
idea
think
what's going on here.
I think it's the guest list. Most
The guest list.
think about it. Nobles
You're
from
right.
all over the world are here. Yet nobles of this kingdom were killed along with their offspring. And most nobles here that mostly survived are from other countries.
Including two people who were on that list who didn't write their real names, who have no
Precisely.
injuries on us.
Precisely. We came as representatives from Leona, for my family, but there's others here as well. But if it is part of the drink as well that most of us got injured, is if it's from your theory as well, that it's a concoction of both.
Here's another question for you. Because even though your wounds aren't as deep, you still have some. Do you see anyone else in the room aside from me and Everly who have not a scratch on them?
You guys can give me a perception check if you want to notice that.
I
I think
swear, if Kane's just like, oh shit, I spot someone. 21.
17.
17, 21, almost every single person besides most of the staff that were serving drinks who were just sort of there and aren't really part of the guest list were were like perfectly fine, except one person.
Hmm.
They they seem sort of baffled by everything that's happened, but they also have this like look in their eyes, like yes, more, almost a bemused face. I feel like in their eyes, they're very bemused, they're very ecstatic of what's happening.
Nick, who is that person? And I try and gesture to the person in person, and I have a look of like, I'm about to go into rage state at this point.
She sort of stops you. You cannot attack anybody. I understand, but you cannot attack anybody. If we do more bloodshed than there already is, there could be more problems. I get it,
Agreed.
but
Though I
first we
have an
have to
idea that doesn't shed any blood.
let's first get
Everly.
everybody.
Yeah, correct. Though I'm just remembering, Everly, you have Zone of Truth, right?
Yeah.
We might need to have a little chat with that individual later,
All right.
All right,
with
okay.
Royal Guards in
All
the
right.
room.
While you guys are doing that, I should try to take control of the situation because I imagine they would have a very booming and commanding voice, like just sort of part of their innate nature, since they are
Hmm.
more calm to this sort of situation compared to most of the other people. So they're just, I'm going to try to take control of the situation and calm them to at least
So I'm assuming I'm
piss out.
handing the Duke to Ralvier to try and help out.
Revere already has him like holding him while she
Okay,
was
yeah,
talking
good.
to you guys because she was
Kane's
trying to
looking for the nearest door to start breaking it down.
uh, do be careful. This palace is very odd. It's alive, so if you do break it, don't be like, haha, be like, you're free. if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm going to try to take control of the situation.
Hmm.
You can go and talk to them after I control everybody else.
Yeah.
As you notice, she'll just sort of like present herself as calm as possible. Um, hold on. She will roll because I imagine she has like booming voice or something that helps with that. Um, a 17. So she's goes, noblemen, calm yourselves. We will get out of this. Just group yourselves together by nation. And they all sort of relax, almost as if a wave of relaxation is coming over them, and they group themselves by nation, by continent. And you notice the dude you want to talk to is in the Sloya part of the nation, seeing as only 12 of them had semi survived the slaughter, while most of the other nations, like people, are in the crucifix area. Seeing as that would start a war with everybody if some people are dead from this place.
Hmm.
And most of the Leonin people gather around her. Kane, go.
Okay. Everly, before I try and use violence to break down the door, do you still have that key?
Uh, yeah, I do.
Mind if I see it for a moment?
Uh, sure. Yeah. You know what?
Thank
I'm not
you.
gonna question it. And she's going to just kind of reach into her bag of holding and pull out the infinite key that we got from that one from that little side expedition we had.
And what does that little key do exactly?
The infinite lockpick? Oh my god.
Yeah.
The key uh the key can open any door and unlock any dimensional door as long as the character themselves know it. They can open any normal door as long as the user has a decent sleight of hand.
Ooh, you should not let that key into my hands.
They will
That's
not give you
that's
that
why
key.
Everly has it.
Virma, we don't let
Also,
you know this key exists.
also,
But other player knows.
Isaiah, take 6 points of damage on your character.
Sure.
Yep, there you go. Anyway, back to you two.
But yeah, so Everly will
So
take the key
I'm
out
trying to
and hand
unlock
it
the
over to
door with the
Kane.
key.
You have the
So
key.
DM,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to unlock the door with the key now. Any
Can you
luck?
give me can you give me that the sleight of hand roll, baby, please?
19.
Okay. 19. You unlock the door, and you notice this like sort of shimmer dissipates from the door, and the door is open, almost as if they were held closed together. They just sort of feel more naturally, and they're released, and the door's open.
Whew, that's good.
Okay,
You're
but the
gonna get back
question
that
is, can they get out? Because if I
what?
remember
Kane
correctly,
takes one step forward.
You're able to walk through the doorway.
Okay. Let's get the remaining noble who are most injured out first.
That's most of the Sloyan nobles and some of the uh, Nitharian. I guess I'm going to call them those kinds of names. Nitharian from Nithara are heavily damaged as well. Like they're bleeding more profusely compared to the rest.
And I try and rush over to Nyx and tell her to direct everyone down to the courtyard, so then Everly can use mass heal on them as much as possible.
She nods her head and she ushers the people who are heavily more injured um, out there. Char?
Yeah. Everly will look to Kane like, do I go with? Because again, Everly's just kind of following Kane's lead because he know what he doing, she don't. So she's gonna kind of like look to Kane like, what do I do here now? Do I go with them? Do I go over to the guy with
Go.
the look on his face? Where am I going?
Go with the nobles. I'm going to talk with the royal guard to have a word about that man. Because if we try and do it by force on our own, it won't end well.
All right.
Agreed.
Everly will then kind of nod her head and head out towards the courtyard.
Nyx leads you towards the more heavily injured one in the courtyard. You do notice a few guards come running, ushering themselves towards, as one of the Soyan, like he seems more buff, but he seems to be in like proper dress attire, and he seems to be like the royal guard, and he's missing like part of his lower jaw, and
Oh my god.
you could sort of see that part of it, and he's just like just holding steady as he just sort of dabs where the blood is and just starts writing on paper because he has no pen on like what they're supposed to be doing. But he is missing like his left arm as well, along with his right leg from where his kneecap is.
Damn, prosthetic shop gonna be making bank tonight.
Right?
See, the thing is, Everly can only like stop the bleeding right now. She can't like make any body parts come back. That's the
It is
thing.
still better than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
About how many of them are there though? That's what I need to know.
There's about 15 because five of them were placed in the crucifix
Oh,
area.
thank God. I got this. I can
I know, I
stop
paid
all
attention
of
to
the
the numbers.
bleeding.
Huh? What was that, 13?
Oh, I said I paid attention to the numbers you were giving us. So I'm like, okay, this should work out for how that spell functions.
Yep. So 6, 12.
We were
Okay,
being
yeah.
strategic while y'all was doing nonsense in the fight.
Yeah. So this is going to use all 3 of the 3rd level of mass healing just to heal, to stop all of the bleeding on everyone, at least. So, just, whoop. Nope, that's not what I want to screenshot. I want to screenshot this, please. Thank you. So, I'm going to drop it in chat for you, Thor.
Thank you.
Just so you know what I'm doing.
Yeah, definitely. That technically, like, with how wide the range would be, instead of just 6 targets, because I know it's just that, since they're different groups, I'm just gonna put them all to like together besides the heavily injured ones. You would get most of them. So I would give you that one since you're not in quite combat-ish. But yeah, you get most of, if not all of the people to stop bleeding, especially the heavily injured ones.
Yeah.
From,
So, but that would
yeah.
still use up all 3 slots of it, correct?
Yeah, it would still use up all 3 slots. So you're good.
Why?
Okay.
So,
Rogar, I think I figured out who the person that caused this situation is. Do you mind helping me in separating him from the rest so that we can speak with him?
Before you start speaking, the captain of the Royal
Yeah.
Guard sort of puts his hand out, and he's trying to look scary, but he's missing his lower jaw. So he looks scary, but he's just like, hold on, like he can't speak
Okay.
because he's missing his lower jaw, but he's like holding his hand up, like holding on. Since there's like a bunch of different guards of different like levels here, and he's trying to calm them down from seeing all of this, because some of them did walk in and they just came running back out throwing up. He's trying to control his guards at the moment.
Yeah, if it helps, I hand him one of the little pens that you gave me a while ago of the charcoal pens to write within my in my book.
He gives you like a thank you look. He takes it and he has one of those like screaming papers that just has like this random voice on it. He writes it, he rips it like open, and it yells at all the guards. Listen up, motherfuckers! You guys were shit at your jobs right now. Get your asses together and help these nobles out. Prepare everything. And then he turns to you and
Goddamn!
he sort of like nods to like continue because you were about to say something to him.
Right. From what we gathered, I think I figured out as to who caused all this, or at least someone who was directly involved in this massacre.
He narrows his eyes at you. If he had lips, it would be like pursed. He's like he sort of gives you that tilt of like who?
And then I try and direct him to the person I think it was. Like the dude who was acting all freaky.
He looks at him, and if he could sigh, he would. He's just like you sort of hear a sigh, but it's sort of gargled. He's just like, and he like goes to where you pointed. He sort of just puts his hand on his shoulder and gives him a look of like, "You're coming with me." He tries to run, but he can't because this dude is like very bulky. He's shorter than
Oh yeah,
you.
if he tries, I think I can run faster.
No. He just
Hmm.
he has him grappled like very tightly by the arm. This dude is very muscular. I imagine
Good.
this dude is like fuck, what's his name
Hmm.
from
We need a species
Seven
reveal
Dead.
on this man.
He has the same sort of appearance as Escanor from the Seven Deadly Sins anime when he's in front of the
Yes!
sun. But
Pre
he's
or post transformation?
like he's very muscularly built.
I'm
I
imagining
got
the
it.
mustache on this
Thank
man.
you.
I already
He
dropped it in the
he
chat,
has a
guys.
mustache. He has a mustache, but he doesn't have the lower half of the mustache. Like he would have like a full beard going on, but he doesn't have one. His jaw is gone.
Oh.
But he's just like he has that muscular build of this dude, but he's shorter than you, right? So he just has like this amazing build. He seems like a giant cuddle bear if he had like kids or like people he cares for, but he's like very stoic, very like I'm in control right now, despite me being in excruciating pain. You know? And he's holding him still, and he's just sort of dragging him along, giving him this look of like, you caused this? Hmm. And he drives him over towards you, and he's like, this one? Because he can't speak.
Yes, that one. And don't worry, I have an associate who's also at this party who has Zone of Truth.
His
And I
eyes look
glared down at this man when I say that.
his eyes look impressed, like the guard the captain of the guard. He's like, impressive, if you could speak. All right,
Okay.
As Shara's finishing up healing most of like stopping the bleeding, Nyx comes over to you guys as well, and she's like, "Hello, Captain Hedge." Mhm. Captain Hedge sort of nods his head um at Nyx, and she's like, "Everyone from your kingdom is missing something." He sort of grimaces at the notion of the that everyone from his nation is missing something.
God damn it, 13.
I don't say that in character, but I say that out of character to all y'all my
God
friends.
damn it. That took
You're
me
not
so long.
wrong. You're not wrong. I was thinking, oh, it's a plant it's a plant-based nation. This would make
Hmm.
sense for his name.
I couldn't resist, though. You gave me an opening.
I I should have
The
noticed,
greatest
but
opening.
I didn't notice. You took advantage of
Very
something
proud of
amazing,
myself right now.
right? For real, for real. All right, you're good, Jordan.
Anyway,
Um, and Nyx nods. She continues. Archduke Autumn is missing parts he cannot see, and he's missing his leg. His daughter is missing an arm, and most of your other noblemen are missing more than just limbs. One of them is missing their entire stomach area. A rib cage is missing from others. It's bad. I don't I don't know if some of these people are going to survive. Even I, as a doctor, cannot help them all. I don't have my equipment. The captain sort of pats her shoulder, and she's just sort of upset she can't help with any of these people's problems, especially with missing limbs.
yeah,
If you
Everly is just kind of like standing there after like she did all the healing and stuff. She doesn't really know like what to say or anything because she feels bad. She's still like brand new to all of this, so it's like there's a lot happening and not enough time to process for her. And she just kind of stands there, just like
Nick?
the hedge pat like just sort of pats her shoulder and just gives her a reassuring smile that they've done enough as much as they could to help calm the situation because he would have calmed the other nobles if he could talk, seeing as he was part of this kingdom. It's like
He just
national
said what Kane
defense.
was about to try to say.
Huh?
He just said what Kane was about to try and say.
He can't say anything. This is just what was happening
Oh,
before
yeah.
Nyx took control. She just sort of pats her shoulder like it's okay. But he's like, if he was able to take control of the situation the same way Nyx did, if his jaw wasn't missing, he would have, because he couldn't speak, he couldn't scream out to them to like calm down, and he had to witness his king and queen in a horrific display, and he can't do anything about it. Along with like some of the people who would have been next runners.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um. He looks at you, Kane, and he like gives back your charcoal pencil, and he sort of like nods at each of you, but he's sticking around because he wants to hear what this little fuck has to say.
Hmm. Everly? Everly,
right,
are you with
right,
us now? If you would please, cast Stone of Truth.
right. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. We just had to make sure that there was someone with authority among the guard to listen to what this man's about to say.
You sort of
All
see
right.
him snap at some of like the head guards that he trusts, who knows that if he's can't talk or whatever, or if there's a problem, that if he snaps to come over, you see like three different guards with like three different coloring. One is like um an icy blue, another one is a autumn gold, and the last one is like yep, and the last one is like a sort of two mixed colors of like amethyst and peridot, almost like this
So I'm assuming
greenish.
from that description that these are all Eladrin, kind of like Virmon and the nobles were.
Say that one more time.
So I'm assuming from the description that these are Eladrin's question mark.
Um, no, they're just like one of them is a normal human. That's the one with like the two-toned armor, and the other two are similar to Veermon, but just normal elves. They don't have very
Okay, okay.
special abilities. They just have the armor that has sort of the abilities to protect them. They're like the top of their class, basically. They're their like mini captains of each of their groups, while Hedge is like the main captain that controls all three of them.
Hmm.
Like they're like squad captains basically under Hedge's command. He snaps for those three to come over, and they're standing nearby, like right near you guys.
Okay. Beverly?
Everly will nod her head, take a breath, and then cast Zone of Truth. All right.
Question.
Okay. First off, sir, what is your name?
My
Oh,
name is
sorry. I just remembered this. Thor, for the person, did you happen to roll that charisma saving throw?
whoops, totally forgot. They got a 16. Hold on.
Okay. Uh, shit. That matches right up with my charisma, so I don't know if I win or if they win.
Can I try and
Uh,
intimidate him to lower his?
um, if 13 gives you the help action, I will re-roll again.
I do give the help action.
All right. They got a
Mm,
6 this time, so
okay. So so now with that, they have to tell the truth. They cannot lie.
yep,
And I know that they failed. So I know that everything they're saying is indeed the truth and it's not them like lying to me.
Hmm.
I did post that in the chat for you as well. So
yep.
Very good. Very good, Shara.
All right, I'm posting their name because I think their name is Drathage. And this is their last name, which I think is really funny. Drathage Hera.
I'm very proud of Kane today.
Yep, Drathage Drathage Hera is what his name is. The name is Drathage Hera. How can I help you?
What kingdom are you from, just to clarify?
I am from the kingdom of Sloya, part of the noble class. I am a
Hmm.
viscount.
And were you
I am in the
involved in
min.
any way in this massacre?
I invited people, yes.
And were you aware of what they intended to do?
Somewhat. They were going to get rid of my competition. I did not
Mhm.
expect them to kill the king and queen, but that helps my case more.
And do you care to tell us their names?
They were a lady named Vesper Pride, part of the Ironclad Guild. She had a bunch of friends and other associates that came to the party.
And can you describe these associates for us?
Well, they were more of our own people, citizens. They had the mark of strengthening one's body on them. They were very unclean, unpure, did not care for their existence, do not recognize them. They were wearing very fancy attire of silverish color, of metal, but besides that, I did not care for them.
This may sound random, and please pardon the question, sir. And I look to the guard when I say that part. Do you know
He
anything
just
about the Ever After cult?
he narrows his eyes. He can't speak clearly, but he narrows his eyes and just sort of like nods a little bit. Like he can't speak, but he's like, "You mean the weird gang?" Like, if you could read his body language, that's what he's sort of asking.
I nod my head to him.
He gives like a confirming nod that he understands what you're talking about since you nodded back. He grabs one of the screaming papers and he writes out something. He rips it open. He's like, I know of what you're speaking of, but I don't quite understand why you're asking.
More or less just trying to show perspective to one extent. And now I look down at the shifty motherfucker and ask him the exact same question.
They're trying to raise our god. They will bring prosperity, apparently. They'll bring riches to those who worship, and they'll give power to those who want it. Very simple.
And do you know a location with their station?
That I do not even know. I don't think Miss Vesper knew, but her boss did, which I still do not know his name.
And one final question. Do you confirm that you did this of your own volition?
Yes, I did not want the king and queen to die, but oh well.
That is all I have to ask. Mr. Hedge, I'll leave him to you.
He snaps his fingers twice, and the three guards uh, put him to his knees, gag him, and tie him up, and they just take him away.
Well, that answers a few of my suspicions.
Yeah,
Hedge
that,
Hedge
that
sort of
answered a
looks at
lot.
you with his arms crossed, and he's just well with one of his arms crossed because one of them brought him like a cane to lean against because he is missing like the bottom half of his from his kneecap on his right leg. He sort of looks at you like, "What the fuck? Do you mean it confirms some things? Like let him in on something that he could protect his citizens with?"
Beverly, I think if Nick
But
struts this guy, we should be able to explain most of the situation for him. Right?
uh, do I have to do it?
I think I'm going to, since you're still trying to grasp a few things. But I basically go into depth
How
to give him a
much?
rundown on what all's gone on and why we're looking into this group.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be best to keep those who are at least we know they're on our side. At least let them know. I guess.
Yeah, which is why I
Hmm.
also asked him before I ended up suggesting we telling him anything about this. His reaction tells me it's not too iffy to tell him about this. And the fact he referred to them specifically as a gang makes me suspect he might have had to deal with them once or twice in this country.
Yeah.
He deals with a lot of like stupid people, especially reports on what some of the citizens are doing, and he's just like, for fuck's sakes.
As long as
Oh,
I don't, just out of character, as long as I don't get in trouble, we're good.
there is one more detail I should inform you of to explain one thing. And I should preface this: the Duke was aware of this situation and wasn't opposed to it, it would seem. The reason that me and her are not injured, unlike most of the people, and I'm still saying this within the zone of truth, so he knows I'm not bullshitting him,
Hmm.
is because we had to fake our name to worryingly make sure that we didn't have to deal with any of the other after causing problems. Looks like that didn't work out as much as we could, but at least it stopped us from getting any injuries in the situation.
He looks you guys over and he sort of just like nods and he looks over to the Duke, seeing as his daughter is more or less injured compared to the rest of the other nobles, compared to everybody else, including himself. And since you're in the zone of truth, he nods like, I understand. And he looks at you when he says group, when you say group, and he's like, and he points
Yes,
to
the
just two
final
of you.
detail I had to inform you of was the individual that they mentioned of the Ironclad leader was dragged out of here because we were told they were going to try and assassinate someone in this party. My party members ended up knocking her out and removing her. I'm not sure where they've gone from this point, but I know that they most likely have left the castle at least.
He nods, and since he snapped once, one of the three guards that I mentioned in colors, the multicolored one, he comes up and he says, "Yes, Captain." He points over to you two, and he's like, "Uh, do what's going on?" He sort of asked because he wasn't there.
Okay, I explained the whole thing with the Ironclad having caused this situation. That's the details I give this man.
He nods his head. Okay, and your associates took the leader?
They took the leader to remove them to make sure they didn't hurt anybody. More specifically, because we were told they were going to try and attack the Duke's family.
I see, I see. Um, do you have a way of contacting your friends to at least bring them over here or to where we can go to them so that we can conduct some form of investigation against them?
I got
I believe
this.
we should be able to. Everly, the book.
Yeah, literally just Everly's like, I got this. And then she'll cast her cantrip light speed and have that
Very
Yay!
magical
helpful to
book
have a caster.
So who are you choosing this book to appear in front of right now?
Let's do Virmon.
Virmon is gone at the moment, honey.
Oh shit.
I suggest the fairy.
Yeah, we'll do Alexi.
All right. As you cast this book, the light speed spell, your consciousness moves slightly towards where they are. You're still here, and you can still see everyone. As we move back to the other group that's in the tree. Alexi, seven, guys.
What's up?
Okay, great.
Oh God! Did Jordan walk away?
Oh,
He said he.
sorry. I didn't realize I
No,
was muted.
it's
Sorry, I'm
okay.
back. What's up?
You're getting messaged. Also, we just found out that the Ever After cult was involved in this shit.
The what?
We got someone
Right,
in the zone
has
of truth
missed
to
that part of
confess.
Lord. Yeah, seven has missed that part of the lore. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out
We'll get you up to date in the future.
eventually. Yep. As a book starts to form in front of you, uh, Alexi, from Shara.
Okay.
Shara, you notice.
Everly. Ooh,
Sorry,
go
Shara,
ahead.
you notice that they're inside of a tree and that there's a pile of ashes on the floor with a bracelet on top of it.
I I will ask questions about that later. She's going to ask, where exactly are they?
So the person you guys send us there?
They sent it to you specifically because they were going to send it to Virmon, but Virmon was said BRB.
Oh, yeah. She. Okay. I tried to hold back. She did
What
disappear
did
after
you
I killed her,
do?
though.
They're dead, dead. Like they're dead, dead. But like their body is no longer there. Their body is gone.
Okay,
Their body
so
turned into ash.
Ruggy was trying to tie her down, and then
I'm
Ruggy did the
very
classic Ruggy thing and wasn't able to do it, and then the person
What the
woke up
fuck?
immediately. Well, this is the second time that you tried to tie somebody and it failed, so it's now a thing. Anyways.
Oh my god. It's not my fault that they're just a buff woman, okay?
I really am gonna kill that puddle.
What the
Wait, Like,
Wait, I can hear
Everly
that,
hasn't
right?
Everly hasn't relayed any of this information to you, Kane. So shut
Yeah,
up.
that was an out of character statement that I'm just telling you I'm gonna kill that man.
Wait, hold on. I
So,
forgot if Ripple can read.
I believe we confirmed he couldn't.
That's funny.
so yeah,
Sorry.
she started attacking us, and then you know how that song and dance goes, and then I cut off both her arms, stabbed her in the throat, and then she disappeared. It was weird.
Don't forget she already warned you that it has already
Oh, she also
spoken
said
him.
that we were too late. Did something happen?
Fuck. Everly actually, she's watching as the words form on the book, and she will just quietly just go fuck.
What's wrong,
What's the
Everly?
book saying?
Oh.
So she'll look to Kane and be like, so they're dead, and apparently before they died, they said it's too late. So
Kane just looked around, and I'm gonna just say, well, I can't say
I
they're not wrong.
Wait, what happened?
so
Yeah, what did happen?
okay.
You will
Welcome
Everly's
back.
in due time.
Hold on, just give me like 2 seconds. So Everly's gonna look to Kane and be like, so what do we do from here? Because the target that we were gonna bring to the guards is now dead.
We explain to the guard what's happened and try and get the others to come up to us with any remaining effect of the person that might be there, or any bits of evidence or info. Alexei knew about
Oh
this
yeah,
group
We need the
better than we did.
bracelet.
I bought she was carrying a weird weapon. I have it. Alexei's holding it up.
There's also a bracelet that
Alexei,
I saw was on the ground.
The
Um,
bracelet is the weapon.
do you
yeah,
describe the area
like
that they're
Alexei
in? Because you
knew that person, like that group, better than us, so she might know more info that we don't. That might be helpful in this
do
situation.
do you describe the area that they're in, like what the area looks like inside to everybody, so that if they're trying to get to them, they can. Because you can see inside the
Uh,
tree.
Our original plan was tell Alexei to come to us.
yeah.
They,
I guess
Alexi can come to you guys, so that's also an option. I wasn't paying
yeah.
attention. My bad.
That seems like the best option
So
currently.
yeah, Everly's gonna like kind of stand there for a second, think for a moment, sigh, and then be like, okay. So shit went down. It's a fucking massacre. Like she's writing this in the book for Alexei to see. It just things went to shit. It is a fucking massacre down here, but we need you guys to get back with whatever you can bring from the now dead person. We've got a
Oh,
problem.
okay. Give us where you are, and do we only have like the bracelet weapon thing?
And their
No.
And if
ashes, if
I,
you want to bring the ashes, because
I
yeah,
mean, fair. Does
I'll
anybody
bring
have a
the ashes.
bottle?
I have a water
okay.
skin.
Please don't place
On
her in
me.
the water skin.
Okay. Everly, I'm assuming the courtyard that
listen,
we're in
these
is right
names.
outside the main area where we had
Yes,
first originally split from, correct?
Yeah.
yes. Where you guys
Okay.
had come into and like walked towards into the palace area. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Everly will explain that they're in the courtyard outside of the main building that they had originated from, where they all originally were.
Mhm.
Kane just had a realization too. He looks. Is Hedge still with us right now? Question
Mhm.
mark. Or did he
Mhm.
walk off?
He's just standing there.
Okay. I looked at
He can't
Hedge and I
speak.
immediately like tapped in Hedge.
Head.
I know that he can't speak, but I'm still trying to explain this to him since he can direct guard to some extent. I give him a piece of
Mhm.
paper and the pencil again, and I say, "You need to tell your guard to try and disassemble. I know they're the body nobles, but you need to disassemble that crucifix immediately. Considering the wording on how Everly explained what that person said, and since this
I
is a
don't trust
cult
that
that's
shit.
dealing with it, and they're trying to raise a god,
Eh.
we probably don't want that staying in one piece.
Ululu, Norwini. Boom.
He takes your charcoal
We're
pen
doing it
and he
as a
starts
safety
writing
precaution.
on his screamer, and he just like rips it open. He's like, "All right, you little maggots, start taking down the crucifix. We got work to do."
It's just a safety precaution just in case, because we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen.
There are some like investigators on his team that are like trying to cover it up with magic so that way they can look into it. But if Hedge said to take it down, they will start actively removing it. But it is
This is the
very
moment.
high, and there is a lot of them, a lot of the bodies. Some of them just can't even look at it without like
Feeling
viscerally
sick.
shaking, like sick and shaking. They've been in battle before, but this is nothing like being in battle. This is just
A
horrific to them.
slaughter.
Hmm.
Getting a sample of one of those flowers would also probably be helpful for us.
Alright.
You
So,
you notice Lady Ember is right next to you guys, and she looks inside, and she looks like she's about to throw up. She notices the the flowers, and then her mom.
Everly, I told you.
She
No.
was with
I
she was
can't
with her
heal
dad.
and cast 5 spells and still
She
cover
I
her eyes.
know. I
I am
just realized
sorry.
this. It's
she was with
okay.
her
I
dad.
understand.
She was with her dad, but she heard talk about flowers, and so she's trying to help people in a sense of like flower formations. She had to go and see what you guys were talking about because she wants to help.
But
And I have her
Everly will
name
quick.
written down, and
Okay.
it's Krill. Her name is Krill.
Hmm. At this moment, Kane's taking his mask off.
Yeah. So Everly is just gonna quickly write in the book of Neil, the magic book of Neil that she has casted, uh, and just kind of like quickly write like get here as soon as you guys can before, and then she'll wait like a moment or two before closing the book to end the spell.
Mhm. And as you get that message written back to you guys at the tree, the book fades. You guys are grabbing the bracelet and their ashes, right?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but yeah, totally.
All right.
We're calling you back to the royal castle. Don't worry.
Please.
Well,
The rest
calling
of
you
you
to the
two are okay
courtyard
with
outside
this?
the ballroom.
Yeah, yeah. The other two are okay with this?
Yeah.
All right.
In the
Such a
distance.
far away,
In
yep.
the distance.
I hear no objection. That means yes.
Right.
Either way, it's 2 to
So
1.
you guys get there in like 5-ish minutes since you guys were sprinting over since you guys said this is really bad. And then you guys notice the crucifix flower of like bones, blood, and flesh, along with certain outfits, just strewn about in the middle of the room. This thing looks disgusting and awful, and there's blood in the entire center, almost all over the floors.
Man, you guys had a party without me?
We didn't do
This is
this.
not the
I'm
time,
gonna I'm gonna quickly
Alexei.
Yeah,
turn
sorry.
around to look at Lexi. What is wrong with you? Second, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you guys?
Okay,
Okay, I get it.
What's
there
happening?
was there was a
We
type
see the
of
bloodshed.
magical darkness that happened. We
Hmm.
couldn't see anything, and by the time it lifted, this was all we saw.
The Duke is
And
safe. He's badly injured but alive.
Good.
Same with the with Lady Autumn, who we were protecting. But Queen and their mother, not so much. King is also apparently dead. Though we did identify who caused all this,
Ugh.
and ever
At least
after is
one of the
related to
culprits.
Ironclad.
The
Mm,
who?
the Ironclad, huh?
The
It's the guild that
cult
was
that
fucking
we
with
have to deal with
Alexi's,
that's trying
like,
to murder Everly is
The
also
reason why
related
we
to
were
this
here.
group that we're trying to help Alex
The
with.
group tried to kill Everly?
No,
Do you remember when Everly got
Everly is
kidnapped?
just perfectly fine.
Oh, the one that kidnapped Everly. Okay, I remember now. Sorry, my memory's
Yeah,
still foggy
same
from being
group.
frozen.
Wait, so
So
you
we've
said
now connected the dots. This is the same group.
Mm,
We should kill them.
When
I
I
mean,
meet
Well, we don't
she,
know exactly
Iron,
who all was involved. We got some
we know
names, but
Ironclad was involved.
yeah, Iron. Yeah, so it was Dreyfus. He was from here from Sloya. He invited some people. He knew most of their intentions, but he wasn't planning on the death of the the royal family. But
mm,
he
And now the
doesn't
man's letting
care.
himself, as he should be.
Um, the one of the people that one of the associates they were working with was Lady Vespa, part of the Ironclad.
mm.
Uh, they had a bunch of associates with them that were of their own people. They have the mark of strengthening. The guy we were talking to, he didn't really recognize them. They had like a silver attire-ish. They do know about the ever after stuff.
They're finally guys.
They're part of trying to raise that god that we were warned about. But he had no idea where they were stationed. Vespa most likely doesn't know, but Lady Vespa's boss does. So
Hmm.
that's what we got from that guy.
Hmm.
Alexi, you know this group a lot better than we have info-wise and location-wise. I need to ask you give as much info as you can to Captain Hedge here. Because with his help, I think we can make a large amount of them get taken down and possibly get a lot more info if we have more of them located.
Yeah, I agree, but I you guys do remember that I did spend like a good week and a half trying to understand and like go after some of the people in the Ironclad, and I was barely able to find anything. I mean, I'll give him what I know.
You, I know it isn't much, but it's at least something. And when
Mm.
I find
Yeah,
these people, I'm going to rip their goddamn throats up. And I imagine like not
Nyx,
full change into rage, but my eyes turn a bit in that moment when I say
Nyx
that
comes
because
up
he's
behind
pissed.
you after, like, you say that, and she's like, calm down. And she, like, motions around. She also looks at Captain Hedge, like, um, if you need help, just know that the Blood family will be here at a moment's notice, Captain Hedge. Um, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the second closest to the royal family is the Autumn family. Yes? The captain nods. Well, then, we have to get them ready. I have to see their child, their son, as well, because he was at home. And their daughter, looking at their mother's body. And Krill comes in as well, and she's states, those flowers are normal spider lilies. They just appear in mass death around here. There's nothing special about them.
Thank you for the information. You should
Yeah,
be getting some rest now.
I will in a moment. I have to take Lady Blood to my household, and we have to find prosthetics for everybody, either magically or
Yes.
All right, I will see you some other time. Lady Blood, uh, Captain Hedge, come with me. And she just sort of goes to some of the carriages that were set up for most of the noble people, especially to check back in their houses to make sure everybody at home was all right, besides the nobles that came in specifically for this party. Most of them are staying in uh, royal taverns, it seems, that are being constructed for them, like fairly quickly, sort of like magical tents for them to stay in, very lavish like. But yeah, a lot of people are in a somber or upset mood.
Also, this is a sad realization, but I just realized the detail I gave you a while ago about Kane's reactions whenever he's pissed is the whole his eyes change and he grips his knuckles. He just broke the mask he was holding.
And he got that for you new and pretty.
Honestly, after this day, Kane is of the mindset where he doesn't think he needs to wear the mask anymore.
Mm.
After seeing that much horror, it reminds him that one small mark, he can't let that define his perspective. He needs to focus more on his action and make sure that he can help people be as calm in the situation that Nyx is able to in these situations, and as much as Hedge was able to in these situations.
I think it's more because
I
they
think
have
we had a great
bigger
character growth moment for him.
yeah, I think it's more because they have more responsibilities to people, that they are more calm. They have to be that calm. That they have to protect other people. Because Hedge is a captain of the royal guard. He has to protect citizens, the whole country, basically. While Nyx is also a doctor, but also a royal. They want to protect all life. So they have to be
Kane
able to.
failed to protect people,
Yeah.
and that
As
always hits
this.
hard for him.
Yeah. As this somber night of people going to homes, checking on loved ones, you guys go back to the clean plate as the guards have escorted you guys back to where you guys would be staying. Uh, Hedge escorts you guys slightly personally up to a certain point. He he nods at you guys and he gives you guys this look of like, please stay out of trouble. And he walks back um, to the carriage that brought you guys here with him, and he just goes back to the castle to arrange everything, along with taking a prosthetic doctor with him, a couple of them, to go to the castle to help arrange for people to have
Mm-hmm.
those prosthetics, be it magically or not.
Mm-hmm. Kane wants to try and go find our wagon to speak to Liam to explain the situation, and he suggests everyone else get some rest because we've been through a lot today.
Hmm. You find the wagon fairly fast, uh, seeing as Damon saw you guys come back for the most part, not really in a happy go lucky mood as if you had some great victory. He leads you guys to where he hid your like wagon so it wasn't stolen or in the way. And he says, uh, good good night. And he looks at Alexi and asks, are you coming to the clean plate or you're staying with them?
Yeah, I should probably go to the clean plate. Uh, gotta
Oh,
check on everyone else.
everyone else is fine if you want to check on these guys. They don't seem all there.
Yeah, thank you.
Hmm. He gives you like a tiny little pat on the back, like, you got this, boss. And he keeps going back to the clean plate. as you all come into the wagon and see Zippy, Sparky, C, all sort of like tuckered out together, covered under a blanket, while Liam is sort of just sitting on a chair, looking at you guys. What happened?
Everything.
A
A shit
massacre.
show. That's what.
Should happen. No, I'm joking.
And I try and explain it to him while I tell the others to go get some sleep.
You sort of just see Liam slam the wall behind him without waking up the kids who are sleeping. He's like, "Damn it!" And that all happened while I was here.
Yes, but it's not your fault. I was standing right in front of it, and I wasn't able to do anything.
We gotta stop whatever's happening.
This is the second time that I was not able to do a single thing. I had to just watch that many people die.
You're not alone. This might be my third time watching something like this happen, and I couldn't even be there.
Ian pulls out one of the bottles of Banshee's breath and pours us both a drink. I think we both could use this right now.
You and me both. He clanks your cup together with his, and he just downs it.
Same. I think I came to a realization too. I really wish I wasn't right.
And what is it?
You know how I explained that the person that dragged those people into this situation were from that one specific country that likes to cause a problem? And it was also the same country that the woman who tried to kidnap Everly was from? And that was also the damn country that started the last war? Why else
Hmm.
would they make this much of an attack with nobles from all over the countries? I think they're trying to cause another war to get enough offerings to to this decrepit god they're trying to bring back. I
Or
refuse to
they're
let
trying to
another
get rid of the
abomination
rest
like
of
that
the,
happen.
or they're trying to get rid of the powerhouses of each country. If what you said is true, that most nobles from all over the globe were at this party, I think they're trying to get rid of any sort of royal forces or royal nobility out of the way, so that way it's easier to take control of.
Hmm.
So that way, even if they raise the god, no one can defy them. Shara, you said you go by the pets, so you sort of just see them at like sitting together, just drinking a little bit.
Yeah, Everly just doesn't really say anything about it. She does. She's just not even looking at anyone. She just went and just sat down with the pets because the pets bring comfort. But she can't even like bring herself to like pull out the book and kneel to see if maybe anything could be seen from there. She's just out of it.
Mm. Virmon is just sitting in the room at the table, gazing up at the
Yeah.
ceiling. What about you two? Seven, Jordan. What are you guys doing?
Uh, Ripples probably pulled out Captain Grimm's journal because all the bloodshed made them think back to what happened. So they're just reading through that, and eventually they turn to a blank page and start writing.
Mm, mm, mm. If you want, you can send me what Ruggy will write in the journal. in DMs, so I know what he wrote.
Oh, it's just like, hold on, I'll just message you.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. Um, what about you, Jordan? You just sort of see all your friends sort of reacting to what happened.
hmm Um, unfortunately, Alexei understands that they don't have a normal reaction to these kinds of things. So they just try and keep their mouths shut and just be quietly there for if anybody wants just a person nearby, but otherwise they try and stay silent.
All right. As you each sort of wind down and sort of try to relish in each other's company and mourn the losses of everyone else's family members or significant others, you all sort of drift to sleep slightly and silently together. Kane is hugging his bottle of Banshee's breath. Liam is tucking you guys in and then just sort of sits by the pets on the opposite side and just sort of sleeps with them, almost like a guard to protect them. Veermon slumps in his chair and sleeps looking at the ceiling. Ruggy sleeps while clasping the book of his beloved captain. Alexei sort of lays on top of C to hear their rhythmic breathing and heartbeat, if there is any hearing of it. As you all drift into a quiet sleep, you each dream sort of similarly. You all imagine this crucifix of bodies with a flowering top of spider lilies, with bones and heads sticking out of it, as you all are witnessing this thing in the center of the continent, shifting its form above Rathra. You're not wrong, but that's for a later date. Um, as you witness this thing shift its form into this being covered in flesh of robes. It's almost of robes, and their face is indistinguishable. They're about 40 to like 50 feet tall. This behemoth of a being covered in the blood of all people, all races, as they look at each of you. This game is not over, little ones. I will rise. I will come back. One way or another. Be careful who you pray for, because you will receive no help. And you each get plunged into a horrific nightmare of your worst parts of your life. For 13, it's the loss of his loved ones in the battle of war, being plunged into the darkness of death and then being ripped out of there back to the land of the living. 7, for Ruggy, it's before their ship got attacked, all their loved ones on said ship being ripped from him drowning, lightning blaring, hitting him as he disappears into darkness. Alexei, it's the beginnings of your youth, witnessing all sorts of violence and bloodshed and the need to protect others, but not being able to efficiently. For Veermont, it's the loss of your parents, those who you cared for, and witnessing every single different person lost in certain substances and desires that they can never get back. And for Shara, for Everly, you witness a group of peoples mass death on repeat for different generations, different races. You feel each and every single one of their pains as they die horrifically. And you witness Neil, him desperately trying to preserve what it was in the book he left for you. You witness him ripping his soul out of his body, almost a part of his consciousness, and pouring it into a book, wrapping it up and closing it, along with his pendant, and burying it in where the river is now, but before was a flat plain of desert and dirt. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight, guys.
That's
R.I.P.
crazy.
God damn!
Royce.
Ow!
You're welcome. You're welcome.
One of those rare situations where you're like, oh yeah, these are fake characters. We still cry. They are fake characters, but we still cry.
Yes,
We
yes.
made these characters.
PTSD. He doesn't need extra.
The fact that Everly is experiencing those massive deaths that aren't even like part of what she's been through, just in the past. It's like, damn.
Well,
And
you
they're all
haven't had any fitting trauma.
and they're all just sort of flashing. You cannot stick to one person anyway. It's just like they're all moving like cohesively and you feel all of it.
Ugh.
But yeah.
I'm making it canon that Ruggy canonically just has really shitty memory because his brain probably got waterlogged or something when he drowned.
I'm gonna just say this now. It is a very good thing that Payne did not have his gun on him when that man was being interrogated.
I totally
He
forgot
has
I
a
gave you
gun?
that. I forgot I
Payne
gave
has a
you
gun. Did you not know
that.
that?
No! I
Payne
don't
has
know
a gun.
Yeah,
anything!
I
I
agree
know
on that.
nothing! It's been too
Listen
long!
closely. Thor, or not Thor, Ruggy, listen closely. Kane has multiple silver iron mixed hatchets. He has 2 knuckle duster type weapons, and he has
That's
a
Yep.
gun.
Kane's
Yep.
crazy.
also probably the richest person out of all of us, like 5 times
Mhm.
over.
Also, I don't want to overstate this, but I think, like, after how I saw how he acted in this session, Kane's the leader and didn't even realize.
Hey,
I like how
question.
you're
How
overly
heavy...
like gonna.
How heavy... How heavy is 866 copper pieces, and could I theoretically put it into a sock and then beat someone to death with it?
Yeah,
Look,
easily. Next question.
if you want a butter sock, you should have just asked, okay?
A
No, no,
buttersock
Iconically,
is good.
iconically,
No, it's a
you
swear
exist.
jar.
Yeah, the gold stuff.
I just thought it would be funny because I looked at my copper pieces and I was like, damn, that's a lot of money. He got heavy
After the
pockets.
32.
Yeah, I
You
haven't
only have
converted.
32 copper pieces, but this motherfucker over here has what, 800 and something copper pieces?
Yeah,
What?
866. It's because I haven't
Well,
been
I'm
yeah, I
shocked.
do
spending
have
them.
32 copper,
Dude,
but
You
then
gotta
dude,
spend
I
1,000.
200.
have 2 weapons and I have not upgraded my armor since like
Wait, no, I have
like third mission.
10,000. Oh shit. Yeah, I have 10,000 gold
I have not bought anything.
and a diamond.
I'm shocked you
And a
haven't
diamond.
turned all that into like some form of gold, like
I mean, I
silver.
would, but I just haven't had a chance because it's not like we've hit a bank yet.
We've been in multiple cities,
We've
Ruggy.
been in multiple cities.
It just
Yeah.
never crossed my mind, okay?
Look, I
Technically, you're in a
buy
city
a
right now
diamond.
as
I have
well.
time to break reality twice.
What? Dude,
Oh
okay,
yes.
listen.
Give Ruggy an update on what she's up to.
I got out of fucking art school, and then